anchor off Venezuela, despite dictator Nicolas Maduro's protests and criticism from Democrats here at home.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem told the House panel the purpose was
to ensure that we're pushing back on a regime that is systematically covering and flooding our country with deadly drugs and killing our next generation of Americans.
At the White House, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt added,
"We're not going to stand by and watch sanctioned vessels sail the seas with black market oil, the proceeds of which will fuel narco-terrorism of rogue and illegitimate regimes around the world."
Senator Chris Van Hollen, Democrat from Maryland.
The real goal here is clearly regime change in Venezuela and accomplishing regime change by force.
Ben Thomas, Washington.
Homes have been washed away, roads and bridges heavily damaged, and there have been many high water rescues in the flooded Pacific Northwest, including in Washington State.
In Sumas, near the U.S.-Canadian border.
Let me know you want me to hold. You can hold. I got him at the door.
The U.S. Coast Guard video shows flood victims lifted up into a rescue helicopter nearly 73 miles south in Concrete, Washington.
Looks like we now have a houseboat.
Mariah Brosa assesses the damage to her home.
About 6 feet of water underneath my house, maybe 7.
Floods are impacting a large part of the state, and Governor Bob Ferguson is calling it a historic situation. I'm Donna Warder.
A federal judge is blocking immigration authorities from detaining Kilmar Abrego Garcia again. This case plays out in the courts. President Trump signing an executive order. It blocks individual states from regulating artificial intelligence. On Wall Street, the Dow is up 104 points, the Nasdaq down 110. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Cold comes swiftly to Ukraine, and for elderly Jews like Olga, it can be deadly. She's 79 years old. She lives in a small village where there is no indoor plumbing, no bathroom, or reliable access to heating. And each day, she has to pump water from a well, even in sub-zero temperatures. To use the restroom, she has to walk through the bitter cold to reach an outhouse. Her meager pension is not enough to cover food, medicine, and heat. Poverty threatens to consume her life. But when all seems lost, Olga received a nourishing food box, emergency lighting, and a warm blanket. You know, this aid is a life-saving gift for someone like Olga. The International Fellowship of Christians and Jews and that staff, they lifted her spirits and they reminded her she's not forgotten. Today, thousands of elderly Jews across Ukraine and the former Soviet Union face similar struggles. Their homes are fragile against the cold, their resources are scarce, and their health is fragile too. For them, winter is not just a season, but a fight for survival. Learn more at urgentifcj.org. That's one word, urgentifcj.org.
A piece of original Star Wars memorabilia has fetched a galactic price at auction.
The painting that introduced the movie Star Wars to the world nearly 50 years ago has sold at auction for $3.875 million. Charles Epting from auction house Heritage told the AP the sale was significant for two reasons.
Which is not only by far the highest price ever paid for movie poster artwork, but it's the highest price ever paid for any piece of Star Wars memorabilia.
The acrylic and airbrush painting by the artist and movie poster designer Tom Young first appeared in newspaper advertisements on May the 13th, 1977. I'm Karen Shamas.
Italian food, known and loved worldwide for its fresh ingredients and palate-pleasing tastes, but the UN's Cultural Agency gives us another reason to celebrate pizza, pasta, and such, listing Italian cooking as part of the world's intangible cultural heritage. Townhall.com. AI on trial.
The heirs of an 83-year-old Connecticut woman are suing ChatGPT maker OpenAI and its business partner Microsoft for wrongful death. They claim the artificial intelligence chatbot intensified her son's paranoid delusions, leading him to fatally beat and strangle his mother, Suzanne Adams, before taking his own life in early August. The lawsuit claims OpenAI designed a defective product that validated a user's paranoid delusions. Bob Agnew reporting.
Fishing regulators are extending a shutdown of New England's historic shrimp fishing business, effectively shuttering the industry. The sweet pink shrimp were once a winter delicacy, and Maine fishermen used to catch millions of pounds of shrimp. However, that business has been under a fishing moratorium. The moratorium was first imposed way back in 2014. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here? I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy, oh so happy Friday, everybody. Oh, the bell petered out on Friday.
No, I blew it.
Oh,
I had a heavy hand. It was my fault. It's because I'm not used to doing it with this hand.
Oh.
I'm usually a northpaw when it comes to bell work.
They worked, went lefty.
I didn't have the finesse.
It's on the wrist.
And this is my primary hand.
It is.
I'm ashamed, people. Folks, I'm ashamed.
Well, in all fairness, I get that because as a lefty, certain things we were just trained in this world to not be lefty on.
Right.
Like scissors.
Scissors, mouses, computer mice.
A mouse work on your computers. Yes. Mm-hmm. These are not designed for left-handed.
No. And I would argue that when you make something that you can convert to a left-handed version of it, it's worse.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can't use left. I'm a left-handed person, but I can't use left-handed scissors.
No.
I cut with my right hand.
Well, I use right-handed scissors, but with my left hand. I just use them wrongly. And badly also.
Nice. That's really hard.
It is.
It doesn't want to cut when you're using the wrong hand.
That's why I don't cut very often. That's why I'm the party bag person. Like, I will give you your gift in a gift bag. That's totally my move.
The tape has its own self-ripping thing. You don't need the scissors. But weirdly enough, when I play sports, I play most of it left-handed, but not all of it. Like if it's baseball or something like that, I'm total lefty.
I
catch with my right hand, I throw with my left, I play like a left, I bat as a left-handed person. But if I play hockey, if I'm a goaltender, I play as a lefty. If I'm playing out as a defenseman or not a goalie, I play as a right-handed player.
Okay.
I shoot from the right side.
Now that I think about it, I primarily throw with my right. And I think part of that is a byproduct of having a right-handed father.
Well, so when you play baseball, what hand do you put the glove on?
When do I play baseball?
When have you ever played catch?
When I played t-ball.
Okay. Whenever you did something remotely athletic and you required a glove.
I'm pretty sure I had the glove on this hand and I threw with this hand.
Okay, that would be like a right-handed person.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Did that feel natural?
It in my head, thinking back, that feels more natural.
Okay.
It seems more natural to see me throwing with the right than it does to visualize me throwing with the left.
And then you throw another wrinkle in there, and this is because I used to teach rifle and shotgun and all that when I was in the Scouts to teach for merit badge and your eye domination also, because you could be left-handed,
right?
But if your right eye is your dominant eye, you need to shoot like a right-handed person. Otherwise, you're not going to hit the barn with an elephant.
When I shoot, I shoot right too.
Yeah. Well, that's your eye dominance. So when you shoot a gun, and you need to find out which eye is your dominant eye before you decide which side of the gun you're sitting on.
So what you're trying to say is I'm broken.
Or just
that's what I'm gleaming from.
Or just no one sat down and taught. Like if you were taught by a righty, and that's probably why your soup sandwich don't.
Well, my dad swore up and down the reason that me and my sister both turned out left-handed was because when he taught us to write and stuff, he did it across the table, and we saw his right hand as our left hand. He swore that's why it was.
Well,
but I don't know if that's true.
I don't think
Number
it
one,
is.
because I don't think my dad was that involved with teaching us of much of anything.
Well, and millions of lefties learned from righties, and they didn't turn them into you know, and I'm just it's
You're
just
right.
not true.
My kids, one left, one right. I mean, you know, I think it just depends.
And back in the day, I mean, ancient times, and
you
if
weren't
you were
allowed to be
lefty, they
left-handed.
trained that out of you because
Yeah.
it was the devil and all that stuff. So
Well, that's Latin. Now we've been over this, but the word for left-handed is sinister.
yeah.
Or left, I guess.
Is it? I don't
Yeah.
know. I just know
It's-
people treat lefties like we're pariah.
Right is
so.
Dexter, left is sinister.
Although
I
in
learned
my
that in
world,
optics.
and I don't know, if I didn't deliberately do this. I got more lefties in my world than righties.
Weirdly, I do too, and I think
Yeah.
that's a lot of it has to do with. And this is again, people say that people who are left-handed tend to use the right side of their brains more often, which is
Yeah.
the more creative side.
Yeah.
And then the left side is the more analytical side. So I think because of what you do for a living, what we do for a living, surrounding ourselves with more creative people means more lefties.
Yeah, but the people I know, they're like, I'm married to one, and I'm like,
Is she a lefty too?
Oh yeah.
Oh snap! I didn't
Yeah,
realize.
Kim's a lefty, and but I mean, like family, like my dad's left-handed, my
Mm-hmm.
brother's left-handed, my mom was not; she was a righty. But so I've just always been surrounded by more lefties.
Like I've just noticed working in this industry and being at several different stations.
Yeah.
There's a lot of left-handed people in the production side of things.
Yep. Of course. Never mind. Everyone, people that work in radio are bags of garbage anyway.
Oh yeah,
for the
no,
most part.
100%.
By and large, I mean, there's a lot, but I'm just saying, the entry level to get in this career field doesn't take a lot of extensive training.
You know, this is all I have, right?
Well, and that's
Don't
just
take
it.
this away from
You're
me.
a peon until you're not. But half the time, people think you can just show up and just diddy bop on the radio and then
Yeah.
go home, and then you realize, oh, you got to be here at a certain time. Oh, by the way, there's other things you have to do. And then you're like, everyone, you know this, like I do. Everyone comes in here thinking they're going to be Rush Limbaugh,
Oh, yeah.
or they're going to be the next Howard Stern, or whatever it is they're going to be. And it's like, when do I get paid like that? And I'm like, let me know when I start getting paid like that. But yeah.
I'm pretty sure I haven't made in my career what Stern made in a month makes in a month.
Oh, I know I haven't.
Yeah.
Stern sneezes and makes $1 million. People are like, why is he still here? That's why, because people get paid a lot of money. That's
Because I got to eat. That's why.
people stop paying him, he'd go away. All right, let's get the show going, I guess.
Show on
Here,
the
we got a
road.
full slate
Speaking
for you.
of eating,
Yeah.
segue.
There
Wait,
you go.
I did that one on purpose.
I know.
Okay? There you go.
And that's why they pay you the big bucks.
That's it. The big buck.
The big buck. Well, we do have a full slate for you. Cap Mike Evans with the Salvation Army is going to join us here in mere moments. And yes, speaking of eating, tomorrow is their second Saturday of the month, and they always have their big breakfast, which everyone come out and get the most affordable, best breakfast in town on a Saturday there at the Salvation Army. And then, of course, all the proceeds go back to the Salvation Army. So we'll talk about that. Of course, it is bell ringing season and donation season, so we'll get updates on all that and where you can help support on that. In the 8 o'clock hour, we'll have Chaves County Sheriff's Office join us. I think it'll be Sheriff Mike Harrington, but if it's not Sheriff, be Charles, the Undersheriff, or one of his deputies, and we'll have a update from them. In the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to start off the hour with Larry Martin from the Midday Lions. This weekend is their first of 2 weekends of having their carriage rides out to the Christmas lights. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this weekend and next. So we'll talk about that. And then about 9:30 or so, we'll have Diana Bernal join us with the Roswell Public Library. They're back open after their renovations, and so we'll get an update from her on activities and events happening at the library. Plus, we'll have all of your newses of the local and national variety, Wall Street business updates and sports and whatever else we can come up with for today's show. But before we do any of that, let's get you up to date on the weather.
Weather this hour brought to you by Southwest Bearing under new ownership. Custom solutions for your heavy equipment, hydraulic hoses, hose repair, bearings, seals, sprockets, belts, tools, fluids, and fittings.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Our weekend looks mostly warm. It will cool off on Sunday with a dry cold front moving in. 70 for the afternoon high today, and we're getting sunshine. The wind should stay pretty light. Overnight will be clear with mid-30s. Another nice one on Saturday, sunny, and we're in the mid-70s. Clear for Saturday night with mid-30s, and then cooling off on Sunday, sunny and low 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 39 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 57%. Winds currently out of the northwest at 5 miles per hour. Another nice day today. Sunny skies. 70 are expected high. Winds will be out of the north 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, skies will be clear with an overnight low of 33 degrees. South winds at around 5 miles per hour. Saturday, warming up to the mid-70s tomorrow. Sunny and 75. Winds will be out of the northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. For Saturday night, mostly clear, overnight low of 33. But we're going to see about a 20-degree drop on Sunday. Mostly sunny, 53 for a high. Winds will be out of the north 5 to 10. That's the part that I'm surprised about. Normally when we see a 20-degree drop, we get kind of a windy thing before that. And Saturday, 5 to 10 miles per hour, so a little, but not bad on Saturday. So that's kind of, I'm going to guess we're going to get more wind if we're dropping into the 50s on Sunday. But who do I know? I'm not a meteorologist. Kurt again. I think I'm just as right as they are, but that's all right. And then, of course, Monday we'll be back up into the low 60s and then back into the 70s by Tuesday of next week here. All right, it is 7:16. We're going to take a, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute break, and then Captain Mike Evans with the Salvation Army will join us here on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
If you're looking for the best deal on your next vehicle, look no further. The Roswell Hyundai Used Car Supercenter. With a huge selection of vehicles to choose from, nearly every make and model, you're sure to find the vehicle that fits your needs and budget. Whether you're in the market for a large truck, a high-end luxury vehicle, or an affordable car for first-time buyers, the Roswell Hyundai Used Car Supercenter has something for everyone. The #1 used car supercenter in Southeast New Mexico 2 years in a row. Roswell Hyundai, the fun place to buy a car. 1909 West 2nd.
In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust Artesia General Hospital. Quality emergency care close to home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com.
Check out some of the Christmas countdown savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Select half gallons of Food Club milk are $1.98 each, and cans of ranch-style beans are 5 for $5. In produce, 3-pound bags of Gala apples are $1.99 each, and Jumbo Haas avocados are 99 cents each. In the meat department, family packs of select T-bone steaks are $8.99 a pound, and Cook's bone-in shake portion hams are 99 cents a pound. These are just some of the Christmas countdown savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
I retired earlier than I expected to, so I was no longer covered by health insurance through my business, and I was too young to qualify for Medicare. But thanks to Be Well, I found a health plan that keeps me covered until I'm eligible for Medicare.
Let Be Well find you a health plan during open enrollment period, now through January 15th. For free help, schedule an appointment at BeWellNM.com. What's the best that can happen?
Wrapping up a discussion of the traits that should be seen in the followers of Jesus, Paul writes to the Colossians saying this: "Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body you were called to peace, and be thankful. Let the message of Christ dwell among you richly as you teach and admonish one another with all wisdom through psalms, hymns, and songs from the Spirit, singing to God with gratitude in your hearts. And whatever you do, whether in word or deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him." Notice that 3 times Paul tells the reader to exhibit thankfulness or gratitude. He ties being thankful to peace. Doesn't that make perfect sense? If you're being thankful or expressing gratitude for a person or situation, you don't usually have time to feel the need to cause all kinds of problems. During this season, when emotions can sometimes run high, take time to be thankful for your blessings and show gratitude to God and the people who bless your life in both big and small ways.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. 47.2% of all statistics are made up on the spot. Is this true? I'd say chances are about 50%. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 7 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning from the Salvation Army, Captain Mike Evans back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's, I know it's a busy time of year this is the busiest time of year for Salvation Army. I mean, everybody knows, that the bells, the ringing, Christmas, this is the biggest time of the year for, as far as fundraising and raising awareness for Salvation Army. This is it. The Super Bowl.
Yes, it is. And, like right now I work 6 days a week, like 18 hours. Yeah. Sunday actually is my slowest day of the year. And that's the day we work every year.
Right. That's the Lord's Day. It's supposed to be. Yeah. But and of course, so obviously I'm sure folks have been out and around town, and I'm sure you've seen the bell ringers because they're pretty much at every major department store, many, shopping center in town here. So if you can, keep filling those up, drop a $1 or $2 every time you go by if you can, and that helps raise money, because all that money stays local, by the way. All that goes to the Salvation Army projects right here in Chavez County. So it stays the money you put in those buckets or those kettles do stay right here local. So
and this year's kettles, we're trying to use it to try to generate money for our social service programs.
Oh, great.
To be able to help people with rent and utility assistance.
Sure.
Which, unfortunately, here in Roswell, we haven't been able to do in quite a long time.
Yeah, the money's been kind of, been helping donate fans or heaters, things that kind of offset a little bit, but helping to pay light bills and electric bills and so forth and so on. It's not been something to do, which if you keep filling up those kettles, that's what we're trying to make that happen.
And unfortunately, there's not too many agencies right now helping with that type of stuff. And so we're trying to raise the money to do it. It's just this year the kettles have been really slow.
Gotcha. People have been kind of so. Well, you know what? And this was something you and I were talking about off air, where the Giving Tree, and they're doing like the TikTok challenges, and people are filling up. This is the power of the TikTok and things like that we can use for good. And, so we were actually joking, you and I were not joking, but wouldn't that be funny? Bummers should do that, is literally kind of start a TikTok challenge of doing the same thing to one of these kettles, just loading up a kettle and, filling up a kettle and, go to a random store somewhere and just stuff a bunch of money in a kettle and do that TikTok challenge. That'd be a great one to spread.
It's like we were talking about also a few years ago with the Dallas Cowboys when Emmitt Smith jumped into the kettle and then he got fined for it. All of a sudden, everybody started putting $23 or whatever his jersey number is in the kettle. We kept finding it all bundled up in the same amount as his number.
Yeah, people got reminded what good work Salvation Army does, and they do it through. And that's the thing is Salvation Army. It's been around for so long, where you know the reputation, that when you donate, that goes right to the things you want it to be part of, and obviously a faith-based organization that's got a long-standing tradition and deep roots, and so when you put $1 or $10 in that kettle, or you come and eat copious amounts of food on tomorrow with us, or any of that kind of stuff, it's going to exactly where you want that money to go to, and helping people. So
yeah, Salvation Army, we are one of the top organizations when it comes to how much the money donated stays right into that community. Stuff like the sales at our thrift store and the money going into the kettles. We have the national average, I think it's 86 cents out of every dollar stays right into that community.
Yeah.
And the other 14%, it just goes to stuff like paying for our centralized accounting. And so we don't have to hire an accountant at every single our Salvation Army location.
Sure. Accountants are
put it all together.
And so if you can get one of them instead of 20 of them,
Yeah, so that 14% helps pay for that type of stuff.
Absolutely. So it's, and that's why I think it's great that we support organizations like this and help local. So please don't think what you're not doing is not trivial. Just please, if you're going to the stores, drop $1, drop a couple dollars in those kettles as they go by ringing. Even if you've done it once already, keep doing it. If you can, afford it, please do that, because you really are truly helping people. That money's going directly to help people here in need here in the coming year. And I would imagine too, I know we're already deep into the season, but if someone said, I would like to do this. Can people still volunteer to sign up to be bell ringers?
Absolutely.
Okay.
They can come by over to our location on College Boulevard, or they can give us a call.
Okay.
And just say, hey, we would like to sit out there. And it's actually kind of fun, especially if you do it in little spurts, like 2-hour spurts.
Yeah.
You know, we've already had like the Kiwanis Club, the Optimist Club, Pioneer Bank is going out this morning. At Sam's Club, I believe.
Okay.
And they'll be ringing for us. And so, you know, they break it up throughout the day. Like this department will work the first 2 hours, this department this hours, these hours, and
I like because businesses kind of use it as a tool, and plus the employers like, hey, you know, it's a different day at the office today. I'm going to spend a couple hours outside and getting some sunshine and doing. Especially, I'm guessing if you work at a bank all day, you're probably kind of nice to get outside for a couple of minutes. You know.
Yeah.
But yes, I could. You know, you can use it as a win-win. Your employees get a little fun outing during their work day kind of thing, and you get to, you know, help a great organization, help others here in our community. So yeah, if you're a business or a nonprofit or anything wants to sign up and to do this, or individual families or something too, I'm sure you got a few families that they do it together as a family, and maybe they'll take a weekend, or, you know, mom will work a shift, dad will work a shift, and you know maybe with some of the kids or something like that. Yeah, it's however you want to do it, that'd be great. It all helps out, and the more people are out there ringing bells, the more money we can collect, and the more people can get help from that. So.
Yeah, and I'd love to see like competitions start up. Like if you have a rival company in the city that, you know, like say Richmond Auto and Crumlin.
Yeah.
You know, they're always competitive with each other.
Yeah.
Crumlin take one Saturday, and Richmond take the next, and let's get bragging rights on who can raise more money.
All I'm saying is y'all got nice cars. You could be like, you know, forget the kettle, fill the Corvette, fill the Jeep.
Well, actually, in other cities, like when I was in Tucson, we had Stuff the Bus, which was for toys, though.
Okay.
Not money. I wish we could stuff a city bus full of money.
That would be amazing.
So Stuff the Bus for toys. And I would take kids on there because we would have all these toys on there. And families would bring their kids to come donate toys. And I'd be like, hey, you want to see what heaven looks like?
Yeah.
And so when the kid would get on his bus with full of all these toys, they were just like flabbergasted.
Oh, you need like the speakers, the radio, and they're playing like, oh, music as they walk in. Some light. Wow, it is like heaven in here. But yeah, I'm sure those kids got a huge kick out of that.
And that's another thing we got going on right now, the Angel Tree program.
Yes.
People going to like Walmarts and the different locations. I know we have one in Jersey Mike's, and you know, people go in and get the tag off the tree, and then they purchase items for that kid. Now, each of those tags is actually a different kid here in Roswell.
Yeah, those represent a human being that you're going to be celebrating the Christmas holiday with here. And so you pick a name off that, and it's a person. I don't think they give you, like, it's not Bob Smith. It's, you know, it's,
I don't give
it's
last
a random.
But it has a first name.
It has a first name, and then it'll tell you the age of the child, and that way you can kind of go and buy things appropriate for that kid, and you know, obviously, you know, toys that would be into or things that they're into. And so it's like a personalized gift on there. And so you can do that and then drop them off at the various locations. But Jersey Mike's has one, Walmart has one. There's several places in town that have the Angel Tree.
I know Eastern Medical Hospital has one in their cafeteria.
Okay.
My wife has them. They're also scattered throughout a bunch of different farmers insurance in the community.
Okay. So if you know somebody, you help. And if you don't know, don't hesitate to call the office. They'll be happy to point you to the nearest Angel Tree and help you out there.
And bring us back around full circle. We were talking about TikTok challenges, and there actually is a TikTok challenge out there right now about the Angel Tree.
Yeah.
We were trying to figure out why all of a sudden we were getting huge bags for each child. Because usually people just pick up a tag and get one or two items off the list and give it to us, and we would give that to the children. And all of a sudden, we're getting bags after bags,
like a whole Christmas worth of toys.
Yeah,
that's
and
awesome.
So the TikTok challenge was, I guess, they're getting the tags and buying everything on the list.
That's awesome.
And so we've been getting a lot of that. So we've been getting some good amount of toys in.
Well, I love that. So keep doing that. And TikTok, you know, if that's your motivation to do, please come on down and do it and shoot your own TikTok video. I don't care. Have some fun with it. You know. But this is the part of social media that's the great part. It's when we can make differences in people's lives doing stuff like this. You know, it's, you know, of course, with those TikTok challenges, flipping water bottles is fine, but when they start getting to knocking on people's doors and harassing people, that's a problem. But this is the good stuff. The good stuff where you surprise people with extra blessings and things like that. That's the win. And this is the time of the year to make those happen even more so than ever. So if you can help out, and really, this is a tough time for a lot of people, and this is the thing we talk about. It's the busiest time of the year as far as in terms of money raising and stuff like that. But as far as people in need, it's also one of your busiest times of the year too. People are, their resources are limited, money's limited. Unfortunately, with the holidays, all the domestic violence, the mental health, all those things tick up a number, which creates other issues, and so the people you serve's needs also increase here. We talk about raising money and all this, but the actual work of helping people increases this time of the year too. So.
Yeah, and we always try to raise extra gifts because, we have our distribution to be able to hand out the toys to the families who already signed up starting on the 18th.
Okay.
My wife usually runs it for a couple of days of just giving out the families already signed up. But then once we clear all them out, then she usually reopens it for families who had missed out on signups.
Okay.
Because a lot of times, families back in October, they don't know they're going to need it. They're counting on bonuses at work, or they're counting on different things. And then all of a sudden it comes end of December and, getting close to Christmas, and they didn't get that bonus, or something they were counting on didn't come through.
Yeah.
And so now they're in need. And so we try to reopen it up to serve all those last minute families that need it.
Yeah. So that's why more than ever, fill up those kettles. Let's do what we can, load up that sack on the giving tree for gifts and things like that. So
I know one of my biggest memories as a kid was waking up on Christmas morning and running in there and diving under the tree with all the presents and opening them up. And that was some of the happiest times. And I know a lot of people out there, you guys, that's some of your best memories of Christmas.
Absolutely.
Also.
And we just want to create that for other kids.
And now I don't know if I can my heart just saddens to think that there's kids that they'll get up and run to that tree and there's nothing under there.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we work as hard as we can at this time of the year to make sure there's a present under every tree.
Absolutely.
That every kid gets something.
And that's what it's all about. So please, if you can get involved, please do so. If you can't find a giving tree near you, you can always call the local Salvation Army office here. Again, the local number is 575-622-8700.
Yes.
Call that number, and if you don't get someone live because they're busy doing stuff, then leave a voicemail to get back to you as soon as possible.
Tell you about, I got a brand new van, right? I just got a brand new van in October.
Okay.
I've already put like 1,200 miles on it.
Wow.
And I rode off the lot at 6.
Wow. So you've already got some frequent driving miles on that thing. Too bad you don't get a rewards program on that where you get, like, after so many miles, you
like
get a free
frequent flyer miles?
Yeah, exactly. I get a free tank of gas or something like that. But yeah, 622-6700 is the main office here. Call if you have any questions about that, or if you want to get more involved, or if you want to be a bell ringer, or your organization would like to be a bell ringer here, please. And by the way, just because the holidays end doesn't mean the work doesn't. So, if you want to keep volunteering and helping after the new year, there's always lots of roles to serve, even though not necessarily ringing the bells at that time of the year. There's a lot of other work going on in the community that they can get.
Oh, definitely. We have
with.
our food bank program that we do about 700 food boxes just to regular families here in Roswell. And then we do like 1,200 senior boxes. And I'm very limited on employees. And so, we always try to count on volunteers to come and just help make the food boxes.
Yeah.
We put the box together and slide it down the assembly line. And everybody just adds their part as the box goes down. And
many hands make less work on that.
Yeah,
So
we get through it all. We deliver to 13 of the counties here in New Mexico.
Wow, that's a lot. It's one of these mixed double-edged swords where it's awesome that you guys are able to do this, but it's sad that the need is that great. And it's kind of that double-edged sword we speak of. So if you're looking to stay involved and you want to, I know we're also getting into the New Year's resolution time of the year. If you make a resolution to be more active in your community or be more charitable in your offerings, and Salvation Army has quite a few avenues that you can pursue to help achieve that. So,
and we'll try to help you stick past it.
There you go.
Stick past the 2 weeks that usually resolutions fail.
I got to be honest. This is way easier than trying to lose weight. I'm just saying.
Hey, and if your resolution is lose weight, you could do it doing this.
Exactly. You put in some maybe make you walk a little bit more than cars, but that way you can actually burn off a few calories. But yeah, absolutely. And of course, another way. And now, if you're like, I ain't about losing weight, I'm about to gaining weight. Well, guess what?
Tomorrow.
You can help us out tomorrow. Every second Saturday of the month, the Salvation Army puts out an amazing all-you-can-eat breakfast for $10, and it consists of eggs cooked to order and bacon and hash browns, all the things you think of, a few homemade soups and things. It just depends on what they feel like making that particular day. It could be menudo, could be something else. Who knows?
I don't know what my wife has in store for tomorrow.
Yeah. It's just whatever, but it's an amazing home-cooked meal that's plenty of it, $10, and all that money goes back to programs with the Salvation Army. And they always do it here on that second Saturday of the month. You guys start about 7, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
7 to 11.
7 to 11. And so I always, when I do get there, it's usually in the middle of the day. So I'm a morning show guy. I'm like, I'm not out and about at 7 if I don't have to be that about at 7. It's my day off. But yeah, and it's a great breakfast. And if you leave hungry, that's your own fault, because every time I'm over. Every time I'm not going to do it over, and then I overdo it. I walk out there, I'm like, my biggest problem is by like 9:30 in the morning, I'm like, I just want to go back to bed and nap because I've ate so much food. That's my biggest problem on the second Saturdays when we do this. So please don't. Tomorrow is that day. So come on out and eat and enjoy it. And it's there at the Salvation Army facility on College, which is 612 West College there. Yep. So definitely come on by. Can't miss it. So are you there tomorrow, or are you going to be out and about?
I'm always there.
Okay. I didn't know if you out bell ringing already or getting those folks organized while the missus is holding down the kitchen.
I didn't get this great physique by not being there for all you can eat.
Well, I didn't think they were going to pack you to go plate, you know. But I know it was like, oh, the missus holding down the kitchen. I'm going out to do these things. But yeah, come on out and enjoy breakfast. It's a great time to be out, and a great meal. They do an amazing job, and I guarantee you to find a better breakfast in town for that price. That you're not going to do it.
It's the best bang for your buck.
And the best part is every dime that you're donating, thanks to some very generous donors. I think Albertsons are a few folks that kind of help offset the cost of the breakfast. Crumlin Auto, they help.
Donates a lot.
They really help offset the cost of the breakfast. So
and Pioneer Bank.
And so it really affords that $10 you're paying actually goes to
it goes directly to feeding the homeless.
Thanks to those Crumlin and Pioneer and organizations like that for their donations and everything else too. So come eat. I'm telling you, they plenty of food and it's delicious, and it's, you know, if Mama stopped cooking for you, let the Salvation Army do it. Mom said, you better learn to cook your own food now. Well, have a stay tomorrow and come by the Salvation Army. Get that. So, what else do we want to cover? Any other events or anything else we want to put on people's radar?
Don't make me think right now.
Of course, like I said, if you want to volunteer, don't hesitate to come by. Matter of fact, come by for breakfast tomorrow and talk with Mike or any of the staff there and just say, hey, you know, I'm kind of interested in wanting to do more. What can I do to help? And now they might say, well, I'm in the middle of fixing eggs right now, so let me talk to you afterwards, kind of thing. But yeah, definitely reach out and let's see what we can do to get you more involved and learn more about what the Salvation Army does. Now, I got to ask this, Mike, if one's starting a career in Salvation Army, how does that start? Is it like any other job, or do you usually start as volunteers and kind of, you know, how does that work?
Well, actually, you know, people don't know the Salvation Army in of itself is a church.
Yes, I knew.
And everything we do is an outreach to the church.
Yeah.
So usually a career in the Salvation Army begins just by attending church.
Okay. So through church is where that starts. Okay,
me personally, my story is I came to the Salvation Army through their adult rehabilitation center in Riverside.
Okay.
I was I've always been a pastor, I tell people.
Gotcha.
You know, I've spent 8 years in maximum security prisons in California.
Well, you know, that's the thing that, you know, sometimes you learn the best lessons from people who walk that path before.
Yeah, and so I checked into the rehab there, and, you know, I just put everything I had into overcoming my drug addiction.
Gotcha.
And, you know, God just took control of me, and I just dedicated my life ever since then to helping others because Salvation Army helped me.
Sure. It was you found your place in the world through Salvation Army, and that's where God reached out to you. And but that being said, you do not have to have a life of you don't have to learn your lessons the hard way to become a member of the Salvation Army either. No. I think come to church, faith in God, and ask and see, and then then you get start the path to because it's it is treated, and that's why it's called the Salvation Army, because there's a chain of command like a military and uniforms and all that, but like you said, it's faith-based, and it's based in God and church, and this is an organization based in Christianity, and that's always been the case, always will be the case, and it's faith first, and but that's also what that's where no matter what you guys help, where sometimes in the political world, people help till the political lines start changing, and Salvation Army's always cut to those lines. They say, no, we are servants of God, and God isn't a Democrat or a Republican or a libertarian or whatever. God is a human. God loves his children who are human beings, and that's what we're taking care of.
Yeah, we try to stay apolitical. And like a few years ago when the first wave of the migrants started coming across the border down in El Paso, we were called upon to help feed them all. And so I actually got a lot of slack on social media saying, well, you shouldn't be feeding them and all this. And it's like, look, whether you believe they should be here or not is irrelevant because God calls me to feed his children. And so they're hungry. Whether they should be here or not doesn't limit the fact that they're hungry.
Well, that's the part of the Bible people forget. It's like, do you realize who Jesus ministered to? The people that society turned their backs on. And that's the teachings of Jesus. This is what we're doing is what Jesus would do. What would do you see the bumper stickers? This is it, folks. Help people in need. No questions asked. Not where did you come from? What you believe in? Doesn't matter. Do you need a sandwich? Do you need health care? Do you need some help? This is what we do. So, and that's what we're about. You cut through those political lines and cut through that mental health world of whose side you're on and all that stuff. If you're a human being, that's who and need help. That's what we do. We serve. We serve God's children because we are God's children. So that's what it is about. And I know it's hard to do that in the world that we live in and divisive and all this, but you can never go. I've never heard of someone do the wrong thing by helping people. You know what I mean? Never has someone made a bad decision by choosing to feed somebody or choosing to clothe somebody or choosing to help somebody. You know what I mean? Can you get burned? And, people say, well, maybe, but that's not, at the end of the day.
Oh, we get burned a lot.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's going to happen. But you know what? Maybe one day it's going to turn around for them. But you do your part, and then the rest is in God's hands. That's all you can do.
Right. And so, and to start with the Salvation Army, you don't have to start just by coming to the church. Come volunteer with us and see what we do. And come talk to us. Find out what we're about.
Yeah. Maybe the service part, if that gets you in the door and the faith rubs off later, that's okay too.
It's like all my employees, I tell them all, whether you come to my church or not, it's irrelevant in your job.
Sure.
I'm going to treat you the same as everybody else.
You're human beings, and it's the message. And that's what's about. And to be honest, once you adopt that, and that feeling, you're going to feel so better about life and things and just helping people. And like you said, you're working on godly hours and long and this and that. But it's those moments when you help a family and they think, okay, we've got some peace and comfort tonight. And that brings peace to you, too, when you see it.
And Angel Tree really shows you that. Because when parents come to pick up their gifts, we'll get a lot of parents are like, that's it? That's what you're giving my child? It's like, well, that's what you put on the list. So.
Yeah.
But then you get the parents that they get their bag and they just start crying about what they got because now they have something to give their kids. So, one year it was really bad and my wife was ready to give up because it was just all the negativity.
Sure.
Me. And so my wife called my father-in-law, who's now passed away, and he was like, how many of the lepers came back and thanked Jesus? And she's like, one. He's like, then just do it for the one. It only takes one to really let you see what's going on.
And it really is true in life. It's kind of like teachers and everybody else. It's like, well, if you can get through one, then your job was success. And it really, I know some days don't feel like it, but it really is. If you made the difference in one person's life today, that's the best thing you can do in the world. You know what I mean?
Think about it. There's 50,000 people in Roswell. If every single 50,000 person made the difference in one person's life each day.
Yeah. It's kind of, we'd have probably not a lot of problems in this world. Probably have a lot of, certainly wouldn't have as many needs for charities and organizations. That's people it'd just be
okay. Don't put me out of business.
Well, I'm just saying it would be able for you to refocus your attentions on other things. So there's enough problems in the world. You don't have to pay electric bills anymore. Now we can work on some other faith-based stuff.
I would love to see the world get to the point where I become obsolete.
That would be an amazing problem. Yeah, I agree. I'm always like, I would love, with places like the Roswell Refuge. I'm like, we'd love to put you out of business. Where domestic violence is the way of the dodo. We don't have to, but unfortunately, that's not in our lifetimes anyway here. But in the meantime, just keep find your place in the world to help people, and that's really. And if the Salvation Army is that avenue or that conduit to do that, then please use it. Let's do that. Start by having breakfast with us tomorrow.
Yeah.
Start there, and then we'll work on maybe doing some bell ringing, or maybe do some outreach in other ways, or like you said, after the New Year's here, when it's time to start putting back meal boxes and putting packages together and stuff. You can serve doing that capacity, because you don't realize a lot of times when you have to get 20 cases of food into a bunch of people, it takes a mountain of people to kind of do that in an efficient way. So you will be doing God's work by help through those kinds of processes and things. So, but I guess let's just start tomorrow. Have breakfast. Come have breakfast. If you've got more questions, talk to Mike. Talk to any of the folks there, and they'll be happy to help out there. Talk to Mike's better half.
Yeah, my better. That's what I'm saying. Come meet my better half.
We all know, guys, we're always the second half. It's just the rules.
I'm not left side of my brain analytical type person. My wife's actually the extrovert that talks to everybody.
Well, and that's why marriage, it works. If you pick the right partner, it works. You complement each other, and you also make each other's shortcomings better, and vice versa too. That's because But anyway, I'm not going to get a marriage advice. That's a whole other conversation. But when you pick the right one, you just find out those things kind of go together like peanut butter and jelly sometimes.
Yeah, she's the right one. Even though we're complete opposites and everything, we're great together.
Yeah. It's you're blessed in that thing, and that's so glad you do that. And but come out, come be a part of this, come serve in any way, and certainly while you're out and about Christmas shopping and hitting all the stores here, don't forget those bell ringers when you see them out there. Chances are they're probably your neighbors and friends. You probably see them at church or see them at work or something like that, or in another civic group that you're involved with. Because like I said, we got out there, and there is still time. If you're a civic group or a business or just an individual that wants to volunteer to ring bells, reach out to the Salvation Army here, and we got a few weeks left. We can find some places for you to serve and do all that. And please, if you want to keep volunteering after the bells stop ringing, we can use you there too. So good deal.
Definitely.
Yeah. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call the main office here at 575-622-8700. Again, that's 575-622-8700. And of course, come on by for breakfast beginning at 7 a.m. till 11 tomorrow. That's at the Salvation Army facility here on College, 612 West College. And of course, look for Salvation Army on Facebook here in Roswell. If you have any questions and you don't remember the number, whatever, you can go through there and find most of your answers and things like that too.
And you can get a good look to see what all we do.
Absolutely.
How you might be able to want to fit in to assist in those areas.
Absolutely. And not, like you said, everything they do is here local, and you can kind of also get an idea of the big picture too, and how it kind of works, and how the main organization helps the smaller groups per community and things like that. So, because technically, like for you guys, the office here, you cover pretty much, you cover more than just Roswell, right? We cover
here, all of Chavez County. We kind of leak into like down to Ruidoso.
So you do
Lincoln.
cover in the Ruidoso Lincoln area. I mean, obviously, you probably don't spend it as your main time unless there's the floodings or actual need for you guys out there in a certain disaster. But that's kind of your territory too, right?
Yeah, like I was saying, we delivered to 13 of the, I don't know, was it 20-something counties that are in New Mexico?
Because I imagine, like how many actual, do you know off the top of your head how many Salvation Army offices are in the state of New Mexico?
We have one in Farmington, Clovis, Hobbs, Albuquerque, of course, Santa Fe, Las Cruces. I think that's it.
So about maybe a half dozen total.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Roswell office here is really kind of serves all the southeast New Mexico till about
Pretty
Hobbs
much,
at least.
So for Hobbs, Clovis, and
the Clovis got you east and north, and then Hobbs down south and east, but anything in between there and west till probably probably Alamogordo area, I'm guessing, or something like that.
We have a service extension there. It's not really a core building, but it's just a little office that helps with utilities and stuff. That helps with social services.
Gotcha. Okay, so kind of a satellite office thing. Yeah, okay. So really, there's a lot of territory to cover here. So tell your friends in Artesia and Carlsbad if they want to get more involved with Salvation Army and help out maybe with some of the efforts down there. Please reach out to Mike here and let's see how we can help out there.
Yeah,
too.
definitely.
So, yeah, it's the need's great, and of course at the end of the day, start stuffing those kettles. Let's keep slipping the money that. What's the thing? The money that the jingles is fine, but we prefer the money that folds. But whatever that slang is. But help out what you can if you can. That would be amazing. If it's $1, awesome. If it's 50 cents, awesome. If it's $1,000, awesome too. We appreciate every bit of it. So
even pennies, because they're going extinct now.
I know. Now they're collector's items. People start collecting them. Now I'm waiting for the the Franklin Mint commercials. Before they go, get your 1 cent pennies right now. Made from pure copper. Even though they haven't been made from that in years, but maybe these will. Mike, did we get it all?
Got it all.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us here, and anything else we can do to help. And we appreciate all you and your family does to help people in our community. It's a great thing.
Do what we can.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Mike, and stay warm. You have to suffer the same problem I do. With the bald thing in the wintertime. You don't realize how much heat goes off your head till you don't have no hair up there.
Right?
Yeah, and then you're like, man, I've had a real love for hats since then. So.
I got tired of my kids making fun of me, so I just shaved it.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing. I mean, I have hair. It just looks really bad when it's gone there now. It's like, I'll have to be that guy everyone makes fun of, which you comb the one thing of hair and then whip it around like a hairdo, like a beehive. Yeah, I got it now. We're not doing it.
Yeah.
So. But thank you, Mike. We'll see you next time. Here, Merry Christmas if I don't see you between now and then.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody in Roswell.
Absolutely. I forget it's like next week almost.
Oh, don't tell me that.
I know, it's so close. But we'll talk to you next time.
All right.
7:51. Let's pause for news, weather, and quick break. Don't go away.
With your Pecos Valley News Updates, I'm Jared Cirillo. Artesia City Council received an update this week from their Public Safety Committee, which reported city staff had another incident-free month in November. This marks the third incident-free month so far this year. The committee credited new safety policies as keeping workers safe. A troubling report from the animal shelter. 71 dogs were taken in by the shelter in November. That's the most in a single month so far this year. The shelter says it's been using grant money in an effort to incentivize adoptions, but they admit it's hard to keep pace with the amount of dogs that continue to come in. You can check out available pets by visiting the shelter's website or visit the facility in person, 502 Paddy Wagon Way. The council also approved a new agreement with Stack Sports to allow parents to register kids online for city-sponsored sports activities. Parents will also be able to pay the registration fees online, but there will be a small credit card fee. Registration in person will still be available. And the council approved a new software upgrade to allow forms to be filled out, submitted, and approved online. This will streamline the approval process for forms like applications for events, permits, and licenses. Paper forms will also still be available at City Hall. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
The social media phrase rage bait has been named the word of the year by Oxford Dictionary, the definitive dictionary of the English language. Here's why. I'm Kim Commando for Carbonite, my #1 choice for cloud backup. Get 50% off at carbonite.com/Kim. Live a better digital life with Carbonite. Okay, what is rage bait? It's social media content posted specifically to make you angry, to create an instant and strong negative reaction when you read it. Rage bait is everywhere. It's antagonistic, but it drives social media engagement. You're more likely to read rage bait than content you agree with. And so, social media's algorithms push these kinds of postings to places you're more likely to see. In the end, content creators make more money by posting rage and hateful-filled stuff than creative, wholesome, uplifting content. Rage bait is social media doing what it does best, manipulation and distortion, and people can't get enough. There's still time for you to win a $500 Amazon gift card. Enter to win right now at winfromkim.com. Think about all the irreplaceable moments on your computer, your kids' photos, important records, years of work, and memories. If your computer crashed today, how much would you lose? It happens every day, and it's completely preventable. That's why I use and recommend Carbonite, my #1 choice for cloud backup. Carbonite gives you unlimited automatic protection for everything that matters. It quietly backs up all your photos, documents, and important memories in the background, safely, privately, and always just a click away on your computer or mobile app. Carbonite is your ultimate backup plan. It protects you from the unexpected, from accidental deletions and hard drive crashes to floods, fires, and even a morning coffee spill on your laptop. And if something does happen, recovery couldn't be easier. Just log in and restore everything with one click, even on a brand new computer. Right now, get 50% off Carbonite when you go to Carbonite.com/Kim. That's Carbonite.com/Kim. Live a better digital life with Carbonite.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Our weekend looks mostly warm. It will cool off on Sunday with a dry cold front moving in. 70 for the afternoon high today, and we're getting sunshine. The wind should stay pretty light. Overnight will be clear with mid-30s. Another nice one on Saturday, sunny, and we're in the mid-70s. Clear for Saturday night with mid-30s, and then cooling off on Sunday, sunny and low 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Report. We got some tournament basketball going on, and the Goddard boys and girls were victorious on the road yesterday. The Goddard guys winning at the Hub City tournament in Belen over Atrisco Heritage, 44-37. Goddard 2-0. They'll take on 5-0 Las Cruces this afternoon at 5:30 in a semifinal game. Meanwhile, in girls action, it was Goddard winning at the Alice King tournament in Moriarty, 51-44. Goddard's 4-2. They're into the semifinal round. Meanwhile, Roswell at the same tournament fell to undefeated Bernalillo, 57-50. Bernalillo is 5-0. Roswell is 4-2. As for the Roswell guys, they are playing at the Phil Griego tournament at Cleveland High in Rio Rancho. They fell to Los Lunas 63-47. The sports report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bernie Bennett. Another winning day on Wall Street. Bob Agner reports.
Wall Street rose to more records even as a sell-off for Oracle, and worries about a potential bubble in artificial intelligence technology weighed on the market. The S&P 500 edged up 0.2%, 2 weeks past an all-time closing high it set back in October. The Dow Jones Industrial Average jumped by 1.3%, topping its own record set last month. Weakness for AI-related stocks weighed on the NASDAQ composite. It was off by 0.3%. Bob Agner reporting.
The average rate on a 30-year U.S. mortgage edged higher this week, though it remains relatively near its low point so far this year. The uptick brings the average long-term mortgage rate to 6.22% from 6.19% last week. A year ago, the rate averaged 6.6%. The 10-year yield was 4.12% at midday Thursday, slightly higher than it was a week ago. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bernie Bennett in Washington.
Rio Pecos Medical Associates proudly welcomes Dr. David Fucinari, OBGYN. With advanced training in minimally invasive techniques, Dr. Fucinari is the first in our community to offer robotic surgery for women experiencing heavy or painful periods, pelvic pain, uterine fibroids, and more. Dr. Trevor Miller, Family Practice and Obstetrics, provides prenatal and OB care along with comprehensive primary care for the whole family, including wellness exams, acute visits, chronic disease management, skin procedures, and joint injections. Rio Pecos has expanded care once again by adding pediatrics. We welcome Kim Hansen and Rihanna Shaw, both experienced pediatric nurse practitioners who share our commitment to compassionate, patient-centered care and who have earned the trust of our community over the years. Book your appointment for OBGYN, family practice, or pediatric care online at riopecosmed.com or call 575-622-6322. Rio Pecos Medical Associates, advancing health and wellness for every generation.
Are you a closer who's tired of caps, limited leads, and begging for scraps? Pecos Valley Broadcasting, the dominant radio and live streaming force in Roswell, Artesia, and Carlsbad, is hiring one senior account executive in the Carlsbad-Artesia area who can handle current clients, sell ideas and promotions, and continue to build their list. You'll have the chance to promote ideas that actually move cars, sell furniture, and make people hungry, giving businesses the opportunity to be noticed with uncapped commissions. If you've got at least 2 to 3 years in outside sales or crushing radio, TV, or digital sales in southeastern New Mexico, send your resume now to hire me at pvbcradio.com. Apply today. Pecos Valley Broadcasting is an equal opportunity employer.
So much of our lives are online today that it's hard to know if we're being scammed. Keep your online information secure with simple steps you can take today. To learn more, go to CISA at cisa.gov/secure our world.
Visit Bush Appliance in Roswell to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash, thanks to the 2-in-1 removable agitator with a flexible capacity so you can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items like jeans. Shop now at Bush Appliance in Roswell and get twice the washer that you have at home. Who you gonna call? Bush Appliance in Roswell. Stop by 111 West Country Club in Roswell or call 575-622-6390.
Your home for Sean Hannity in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Following days of heavy rain, the Pacific Northwest is experiencing flooding of historic proportions. Bridges, roads, and even some homes have been swept away. A state of emergency has been declared in Washington state. The Trump administration is vowing to appeal a federal judge's release of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, an illegal immigrant who had been living in Maryland. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says this is just another case of judicial activism.
Abrego Garcia is present in our country illegally. He is a proven human trafficker. He is a proven gang member. The administration has evidence of that. And as you saw from the Department of Homeland Security, they issued a statement saying they'll continue to fight this legal battle in court.
Australia's first of its kind social media ban for kids under 16 is being challenged in court.
This is the second High Court challenge that the government's faced. Just last month, 2 teenagers also launched a legal challenge against this bill. And it's just, 2 days after the law came into force. But of course, I think, the government was bracing itself for these legal challenges. The government has said repeatedly that it's not going to be threatened by these legal challenges, fight in the courts, that it's on the side of the parents, not the platforms. But it's, of course, a law that's caused a lot of discussion about how best to protect young people, but also how to go about it and who's responsible for protecting the children. Is it the platforms? Is it the government? Is it the parents?
The BBC's Katie Watson. A Republican-friendly congressional redistricting plan has gone down to defeat in the GOP majority Indiana State Senate, 21 Republicans joining every Democrat in voting against it. President Trump says GOP could have picked up a couple of House seats had that plan been approved. Watching Wall Street, the Dow is up 102 points, NASDAQ down 130. Townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free and will even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
The temporary shelters of homeless Palestinians in Gaza have been swamped by flooded waters unleashed as a result of recent torrential rain.
Storm Byron has hit Gaza and worsened the humanitarian crisis in the Palestinian territory. Heavy rains have flooded tent camps and have left Palestinians in dire conditions. A donkey sloshed through a rain-flooded street in Khan Yunis as residents tried to scoop water out of their tents. Displaced Palestinian Sabrine Koudi told the AP how her little daughters screamed as their tent filled with water. The excessive rainfall soaked all the mattresses, covers and blankets that her family slept on. The Palestinian Civil Defense has reported more than 2,500 distress calls because of storm damage. I'm Karen Shamas.
A strike called by Portugal's two main trade union confederations is causing severe travel disruptions, forcing the cancellation of medical appointments and classes. Tomorrow, it's Wreaths Across America Day.
Wreaths Across America has grown as a tradition since 1992. Donated green Christmas wreaths with distinctive red bows are set at grave sites by both families and volunteers to honor the lives of those who served our nation as well as their family members who are laid together at rest. The day features the arrival of 13 tractor-trailer trucks in the morning at our nation's most hallowed grounds, Arlington National Cemetery, across the Potomac River from our nation's capital. Similar events are taking place all across the U.S. The charity's website is Wreaths Across America, all one word, wreathsacrossamerica.org. George Williams, Washington.
Disney's investing $1 billion in OpenAI, bringing characters like Mickey Mouse and Luke Skywalker to the AI company's Sora video tool. 3-year licensing deal makes Disney the first major content partner for Sora. Townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2. The Deuce. Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday. It is Friday. You know, if you're listening during the news there, they had mentioned that tomorrow is Wreaths Across America Day. And that trucks will be dropping wreaths off at cemeteries all over, cemeteries across the country tomorrow. Tomorrow, we will be having our Wreaths Across America Day at Memory Lawn Cemetery. About 9:30 or so. I think they're going to do a little ceremony about 9:30, and then so if you get there around 9:30, I think you're good. And then you can help distribute the wreaths. We've got a full stack. We have I don't remember the number, but we have enough wreaths to cover every veteran's grave there at Memory Lawn and then some. And so we got a few more to distribute, so more hands make less work on this type deal.
Absolutely.
So if you'd like to, it's a great. I love when the families come out together and they go and they put the wreaths out in the grave. It's really cool thing to see and be a part of. And again, that'll be tomorrow at Memory Lawn Cemetery. If you head on, was it 19th? Just keep going east. You'll run into it.
Just like head north on Main Street and then look eastward and try to see a flag. See a flag, drive towards that flag.
There you go. Beacon.
The biggest flag in the world.
But yeah, that is tomorrow. So get on out there and see if you can help out with that. It's really cool. I love it, and it makes me so happy when I see like families come out and do it, and you see some of the younger kids out there doing it with them. It's just it's kind of a special moment. But,
generational traditions, and these are the things that those kids, when they get older, they'll pass on with their kids.
Yeah. So I think I know they're going to start at Memory Lawn, and then I think they'll drop some maybe down at South Park as well, and then also at like the Veterans Memorial downtown here and a couple other places. I think they put a wreath as well too. But yes, but tomorrow is our distribution day. By the way, you can always contribute to Wreaths Across America. if you do one today, it'll count towards next year's wreath. If you go to RoswellLegion.org, you go there, you'll find a link for Wreaths Across America. Click there, and you can click on that. But, yeah, if you order today, it'll count towards 2026, which, let's get the early start. I'm all about that. So,
absolutely.
And thank you to everyone that contributed. Particularly, we had one donor make a large donation
that right there at the end.
Cover a boast. Yeah,
that just kind of brought us across the finish line.
But tomorrow is the actual distribution day again. Meet us at a memory lawn about 9:30 tomorrow. So be a part of that.
Yes,
so I got your day planned. Get out, have breakfast at Salvation Army.
Right.
They open at 7. Maybe get there about 8, and then have you a nice breakfast. About that time, you can head on over to Memory Lawn and distribute wreaths with us. So.
You'll have done more before noon than most people do all day.
Yeah, that sounds like my plan. I got to tell my wife, but that's our plan for tomorrow.
Nice.
So.
She don't know about it yet.
Yeah.
She gonna find out.
She's gonna learn.
She gonna learn.
But that's the plan. There.
I missed the interview with the commander. Is there any extra special things for breakfast tomorrow?
Well, he actually said he doesn't know what his wife's like. His wife always kind of plans something, and he is not aware of what literally his wife has cooking for tomorrow.
It's got to be a lot of pressure around the holidays being named Noel.
Yeah,
I mean that really you have to take it seriously. You can't just half gain Christmas. You have to put your full booty into it.
Yeah, of course. If you have to live it all the time, do you get tired of it? Because I'm sure they get the jokes. If you have a name that just that's going to evoke people that don't know you, think they're being witty, and they're like, Noel, huh? Peace. And, they're just going to hit you with that all time of the year. And, and that's funny the first time, but not funny the 50th time.
The tie-in with the Salvation Army and how closely tied they are to the holidays, it does feel like, okay, but really, what's your name?
Yeah, it does fit the position a little too well. But, that's kind of... I always wondered if people that have, it's like the Mikey cereal thing. That was my version of it all when I was a little kid. I used to hate that when people, because that thing was so popular at the time. Mikey will eat anything, Mike. And I used to get that. And like I said, people haven't done it in years, but I got PTSD from it. You hit me with a Mikey, I'm still like, don't do that.
Yeah, I'd imagine that doesn't sit well. It is funny, though, when you find somebody that, you found the perfect job for your name. I knew a guy in Albuquerque. He actually became a broadcaster, a DJ. And his name, and when I first met him, I'm like, okay, but what's your real name? His actual name is Just In Case.
Nice.
And I'm like, that's perfect for the radio,
Well, pull back to the curtain. In high school, I know a girl, and her name was Anita Penny. That was her actual name. Her last name was Penny, and her first name was Anita.
When you have a unique name like that, the first half of your life is going to suck. The second half of your life is going to rule.
Yeah. If you can get through.
Yeah, if you can just power through those first 20 years.
It's your Zenotndenejo or Zenwatndenejo.
It's your mile-long tunnel of dookie.
That's right.
Just to come out and need a penny on the other side.
Yeah, but of course we do have a busy weekend.
Yes.
I mean, we were talking just about the things we talked about here.
That's just for the morning.
All right, and then of course also this weekend we have. Let's see. Let me get it all down here. I know Church on the Move has got their Christmas with Friends. Sunday. Sunday's busy as well because that's Sunday at 5. At 2:30 is the Roswell Symphony Orchestra's Christmas Classics concert. It's just a bevy of stuff going on.
There's a lot of places to be this weekend.
Yeah, so if you play your cards right, you can kind of hit all and a lot of food centric too. So.
We're doing a friends Christmas get together this weekend. The theme is pajamas, so I have to go get some pajamas because I can't go in my pajamas legally
because they're not
public appropriate.
Right. So you got to find some onesie to put on.
Yeah, I was thinking about either like a onesie or just I might just go like traditional tops and bottoms. I'm not 100% sure.
I was at Penny's the other day, and they had like some Grinch onesies over there. If you're looking, yeah, Grinch, and there was some kind of candy cane looking one. I was walking by the display.
Do you feel like you're missing out this year? The first year in quite a few that you had dressed up as the Grinch.
Yeah. It's fun doing it.
Like, I might just do it just for the lulls.
No, the actual doing it's fun.
Right.
Getting into that costume, I hate it's the makeup and all that. It's just a nightmare to get all that stuff off.
Did you do your own makeup?
No. No. I get dressed, obviously.
Right.
But no, when I do it, they have people that paint you up.
Okay, wardrobe,
they have makeup artists that do me up there. Yeah.
It's really funny if you've ever seen, like, because I watch a lot of wrestling, so I see dudes in face paint a lot.
Yeah.
And watching them put their makeup on, like, if you ever get a chance to watch Sting get ready,
I've watched Gene Simmons do it.
It's a very intensive process.
Yeah. I saw some video of Gene Simmons putting on his makeup once.
I don't think I have the artist, like the skill.
Yeah. Well, I think with like those guys, it's almost muscle memory.
Yeah.
Like they just know, okay, I got to paint the star or whatever it is,
right.
And they just they could probably do it in their sleep. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I'm going to take a stab that women doing their makeup are the same way. They have their routine and they could probably do it literally with their eyes closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also that's another thing that's kind of off-putting. I watched this. It was just like a little short, like an ad, honestly, for this perfect gift for the woman in your life, and it's a mirror, a full-length mirror, and it turns around into this like thing to hold all your makeup, and it just showed this woman loading up this shelf with everything that they use, like 16 different kinds of lotions and like all kinds of. I couldn't be a woman. I could not pull it off. I just the amount of effort and work that they have to put in just to do their face. No, I couldn't. I don't have that patience or a steady hand.
See, that is marketing at its genius. That whole wall of whatever.
Oh yeah.
There's probably one product, two products at most that they need in that whole slew of walls. But some infomercial, some genius convinced these folks that they need this, and I need to moisturize, but then I need to seal it in, but then after that I need to open up the pores.
I have to close off my pores, but then I have to reopen them.
Yeah, that's all a bunch of hooey. Just
put this hydration lotion on, and then I'll dehydrate with the dehydration salve.
Just wash your face, and if you put on a lot of makeup, wash it off when you're done. Don't go to bed in it. Don't get that, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then if you have some people have special, then do whatever. If you have normally dry skin, do what you got to do with that. If it's oily skin, do what you got to do to deal with that. But if your skin's just, you don't need 37 products,
I don't need them.
Coming from this beautiful face right here. Look at that bad boy.
Yeah.
You want to look like this, the pop marks, the whole deal, sexy. So, yeah, take my advice.
Hey, you know what it is? Dignified.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I will say this. That is an advantage that guys have. We get older and we look better sometimes. We're not all the time, but sometimes. Whereas women, by and large, they are judged on their aging way more than men are. And that's,
it ain't right, it ain't fair, but
it isn't. And but yeah, it's kind of, I will give the tip of the cap. It's like, yeah, we get older and they find us more attractive. Actually,
I think what we're really trying to say is it's tough to be Kiss.
Right.
That's really what we're trying to say.
Well, but here's
sorry. Kennedy Center honorees Kiss.
Yeah, there you go. All I'm saying is, though, but think of it from this perspective, because in the terms of the brain of a man, the time he's most wanted is when he's younger and less desirable.
Yeah.
And then when he gets seasoned, he ain't got time for that games.
Right.
And that's when the games.
That's when the games are afoot.
Yeah, exactly. So
I had to stop and chuckle there because I saw a post a couple of days ago that was talking about like. It was like, I'm done with this administration. I'm completely done with the presidency and all this. Seeing President Trump put a medal around the necks of the knights in Satan's service, like this is where I draw the line.
What is that?
The Kiss. It's a known thing amongst like really super hyper like fundamentalist Christians, and my dad used to say this too. That Kiss stands for Knights in Satan's Service.
Yeah. Aren't they all Jewish?
Yeah, that's the crazy thing is I'm pretty sure they are.
I know Gene is. I think the rest of the band is too.
What's his real name? Chaim Witz?
I don't know, but I think the whole, at least the main players. I don't know about what the one that just passed, Ace Frehley. I think, wasn't he Jewish?
He might have. I'm not real sure on that one, but just the odd the weird that's where you draw the line.
Yeah.
This is the thing that pushed you over the line.
They don't realize that everything that Kiss did is a gimmick, including your little anachronism.
And I heard it put the best way when somebody said, Kiss is the coolest band in the world until you hear them sing, until you hear their music.
Yeah, they're a great attraction.
Yeah.
They're not the best musicians.
It's not that's not the voice I imagine coming out of that, you know? How's it going, everybody?
Well, let's be honest here. Have y'all listened and read the lyrics of Kiss songs?
Mm-hmm.
They're all god awful. They're very simple. They're very
I was made for loving you, baby.
Yeah.
You were made for loving me. And come on.
I mean, it's very just bad.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do it dressed up like 7-foot tall clown demons or whatever they call them, and they shoot fire at things.
That's the thing, is they look so cool.
They do.
They sound so lame.
Well, that's just it. They get to, now I got to be honest. Like in a talent only, like if you stripped them down, and maybe that's MTV's new Unplugged. Gwar versus Kiss.
Oh,
no makeup,
shoot.
no, just musicians only.
Well, I think Gwar would take that because they at least embody the style of their look.
Yeah, but if you actually had to make them sing a song, that's a song. Could they do it? It's not some weird freak show thing.
Just put them both together and have them do Ebony and Ivory.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, there's only one Gwar song I can think of off the top of my head, and it's that "Sick of You." I'm sick of you, whatever that.
Oh yeah. See, I honestly don't know a lot of Gwar music.
I think that was like the one Gwar song that actually made it on a radio once.
But
actually, if my understanding is correct, they're all art students.
Really?
Like the Gwar guys,
That doesn't make sense,
Like in college and stuff, they like making costumes. I mean,
It's
they're more
more
into the costuming than the music.
Going to a Gwar show, and I've never been, but from my understanding, going to a Gwar show is more for the theatrics than it is for the music.
Yeah, it's a shock value show, and they're going to do things, and like every presidency they do a thing against the president, and then every year everyone's like, look at these heathens, like they do it to everybody.
Yeah.
It's kind of equal opportunity weirdo. It's just a shock value gimmick thing if you don't take them seriously because no one else does.
The first time I remember hearing about Gwar or learning about Gwar, they were doing the same thing, but with Paris Hilton.
Yeah,
that's to put a time frame on it.
They're just trying to get you. They grew up in an age where, they are students of the Aussie bat eaters. You know, that's the next generation Gwar. So, I guess our guests are not here yet.
Not that I've seen. No.
Okay. Well, we are scheduled to have Chaves County Sheriff's Department. I don't know if it'll be Sheriff or Charles or some of them. We'll give them a few more minutes. Hopefully nothing has gone down that required their presence elsewhere.
I mean, we were talking earlier this morning, but yesterday was crazy.
Yeah, they had, of course, they had the accident downtown here. They hit the fire hydrant. There's been a couple shootings. There's like 2 teens that were, as I remember, of yesterday afternoon that are still wanted in connection with the shooting. One of the teens they think they have in custody, so there's 3 total. And that was a whole back and forth where I guess they shots fired at a house, and then they had a confrontation somewhere, and one of the kids got shot, and then apparently they went to the hospital, but at the time there was no charges or anything, so they had to let him go. And then that's I believe one of the teens that are wanted, and that was as of last night. I haven't looked this morning if they caught him or anything.
Haven't checked.
When I was on the Facebooks last night, that's what I saw there. So, but yeah, it's been kind of crazy. And then there was, I know Saturday there was something down in South Main by Albertsons there, at the
gas station.
The gas station there. Some kind
There
of
was
shooting
something over there by the Murphys on Second.
Oh,
yesterday.
The newer Murphys on Second there. Okay,
across from Albertsons. There some kind of accident there yesterday too.
Okay, so yeah, it's just been a
busy time if you're a first responder.
So hopefully they're not dealing with some of that. So, but we'll give them a few minutes, and if I don't hear from the next 10 minutes or so, we'll figure something out.
Throw a backup plan up.
Yeah, we'll do that here.
There you
go. Go ahead.
I kind of heard a story as I was kind of coming back in from dropping the kids off. Time Magazine announced their Person of the Year.
They still do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Person of the Year is the architects of AI.
Okay.
So people of the year.
Okay.
But here's why the story is interesting. I mentioned this like a week ago.
I feel like this is going to be one of those ones we look back, like when they made Hitler Man of the Year, and we say that was a bad choice.
Well, they say this all the time. They're not saying for their good attributes. They're just saying who had the most attention paid this year.
Good or evil.
the betting site Kalshi.
Yeah.
Apparently, people are furious at time picking the architects of AI because they said something like $24 million worth of bets were placed in the cycle of like a year on who Time's person of the year would be.
Yeah.
A lot of people said Elon Musk. A lot of people said, Trump.
So the degenerate bettors all lost.
Some people actually said AI, and they're even madder because it's not AI. It's the architects of AI.
Oh, that feels like a payout.
Doesn't it?
That seems like a lawsuit right there.
They said somebody should, Kelsey should pay up. Because,
that's I feel like that's a lawsuit there.
Mhm.
That one might go to courts.
But yeah, like something like $24 million were put up on bets for this. I'm like, that's honestly, if you're going to bet on something like who Time Magazine's person of the year is, you deserve to lose your money.
And for the love of all things is holy, if you got that kind of money making those kind of bets, just give it to me.
Yeah.
Give it to charity. Give it to somebody. Stop. Don't waste it on that.
Have you ever lit a... okay, I know this is illegal.
Yeah.
Okay, the views expressed by Sean Smalls do not reflect those of Pecos Valley Broadcasting and staff or management. Have you ever lit a bill on fire?
No.
It's pretty.
I've never done that.
It's pretty. The flames change into different colors.
I lit a Ted on fire with no bills.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
William?
No, I've never lit. I've never.
Currency.
I've never done that.
Yeah, that's a better use of your money.
No, and I guess the statute of limitations run out because isn't it a crime to destroy U.S. currency?
Yes, that's why I said don't do this.
No, I've never been baller enough. The best I could do is like quarters and nickels and pennies
And
on
they
the
don't
railroad.
they don't keep the flame.
They don't
stay lit.
I put them on the railroad tracks.
Oh yeah,
that was because I live near the railroad tracks because and it's always on the wrong side. But that was a deal. We used to go and leave coins and then come back the next day and see if they got all smashed.
See, I heard I've heard about that, but I think it was in a cartoon maybe once.
Yeah,
I saw you put like a penny or something on a train track and it completely derailed the train.
That was always the fear. I think now if you're putting like big things up there, but
like I wouldn't recommend a Kennedy $50.
Yeah, but a penny. No, I wouldn't even go. That's fine. I'm talking like a rock.
Yeah.
But a penny, no, it's not going to. Come on. I mean, if
one's got to match because there's got to be
a design flaw. If one penny could knock all of that off of it, we need to re-engineer that bad boy. If that's what's happening.
I would agree, and one's got to imagine there's already debris on a train track.
Now,
anyways,
this didn't. I'm sure this doesn't happen today, but back in the '80s, this certainly did. Is those trains had a caboose,
right?
And they had a guy in that caboose. And that dude used to have a gun filled with rock salt.
Oh.
And that dude would shoot at you because I got shot at.
Really?
Yeah, because we were goofing around the tracks and I think we were going to put Coke bottle, we're being kids.
Yeah.
And he took a shot and I got hit in the backside with rock salt. No, it was far enough away where it was more annoying.
Now, wait a second. You got hit in the butt?
Uh-huh.
That means you were running away.
Yeah.
You were fleeing, and he took a shot at...
Well, I knew this guy was back there.
That feels like a violation of the Geneva Convention.
Well, we were doing pennies and all that,
yeah.
and I saw the guy, and I saw the gun, and started running.
Understandable.
And he popped me in the backside. I think, he got a little rock salt pepper. It hurt.
I'd imagine, yeah. Probably welted up pretty nicely.
But yeah, I don't know how often they were back there, but at least once they were.
That's crazy. See, now you got me thinking. It's like I wonder if they'd still do something.
I doubt they couldn't get away with that today. It was a different time back then.
Yeah.
Who are we going to tell?
Right.
I mean, it's like the guy was shooting. Well, what were you doing out there? Nothing. Sure. What were you doing? Yeah, we weren't going to out ourselves and out this guy. We just we had to deal with that. So, good deal. Sheriff's here.
Yes.
Yes. He was hearing about my story about the railroad tracks. He come to get. No, I was kidding. Let's do this. Let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll chat with Sheriff Mike Harrington on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Our weekend looks mostly warm. It will cool off on Sunday with a dry cold front moving in. 70 for the afternoon high today, and we're getting sunshine. The wind should stay pretty light. Overnight will be clear with mid-30s. Another nice one on Saturday, sunny, and we're in the mid-70s. Clear for Saturday night with mid-30s, and then cooling off on Sunday, sunny and low 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Get a built-in look with a Whirlpool flush mount dishwasher that installs flush with the surrounding cabinets at Bush Appliance in Roswell. A third rack provides space for silverware and hard-to-fit utensils. Plus, this dishwasher meets ADA standards for acceptable design. Shop Whirlpool dishwashers today at Bush Appliance in Roswell. Who you gonna call? Bush Appliance. Stop by 111 West Country Club Road in Roswell or call 575-622-6390. Taste the flavors of Thailand and beyond at Lemongrass Restaurant in Roswell. Authentic ingredients like holy basil, Thai chili, and kaffir lime. Original recipes including curry, pad Thai and pad see-ew, and egg drop or tom kha soups. Friendly service, authentic flavors, and
a little or a lot of spice, but everything's nice.
Open 11 to 8, Tuesday through Saturday at 610 South Main in Roswell. Call ahead, 575-208-0411. Lemongrass Restaurant in Roswell. The flavors of Thailand, right here at home.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Celebrate Christmas with the Calico Cow. A special open house is this Saturday, December 13th from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. with hourly door prizes and a huge sale on fall, Christmas, and holiday fabrics. Be sure to bring a donation of kitty litter or dog and cat food to be entered to win a $100 gift card to the Cow. All donations will go to Animal Control of Roswell. The Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop, your authorized handy quilter long arm dealer, 200 East College in Roswell. Want to know how? Come cozy up to the Cow. We'll see you this Saturday.
Santa is coming to Roswell Nissan. Yup, the big guy himself, along with Mrs. Claus and the whole crew, are coming to Roswell Nissan Friday, December 12th from 4 to 7 p.m. Bring the whole family down for a magically fun afternoon. Enjoy story time with Mrs. Claus, ornament decorating, cookies and hot cocoa, and of course, free pictures with Santa. Best of all, it's absolutely free. So load up the sleigh and head for Roswell Nissan Friday, December 12th from 4 to 7 p.m. for an evening of holiday cheer for the whole family. Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
I know him.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The U.S. Treasury once considered producing donut-shaped coins. They instead decided to go with coin-shaped donuts. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 8:30, and joining us in studio this morning, Chaves County Sheriff Mike Harrington back with us. Good morning, Sheriff.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Appreciate the visits, and I know, like Sean and I were talking, it's just been kind of crazy. It seems like the last couple weeks here,
really has.
I mean, it's the holiday season, which is always an uptick of crimes. Usually, you see more of the property crime type stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just been the whole gamut. It seems like here the last couple weeks.
And car crashes and things like that are up. More people are out and about, and lots of a variety of things happening. You know.
Yeah.
And as we get closer to Christmas, we're going to have more people on the highways, and now you have the construction out on 380 East going towards Tatum.
Yeah.
And
yeah, they're going to eventually make that four-way, or 4 lanes. That'll be nice.
Yeah, and right now passing lanes is even important.
Well, I remember I was just going to Lubbock, was it last week or the week before,
Yes.
and there was a spot where they actually were down to 1 lane.
Yes.
And they were shutting us down, and they had to have guided traffic through there. And so there's delays and things like that. And I don't know where they're at today on that. But
so it's the same.
Yeah.
So they're doing the same thing, and you're looking at a lot of that's going to take until probably the later part of next year to finish.
Okay.
You know? So it's
but it'll be so good when it's done.
Oh yeah, when
this
it's
is
done,
long overdue.
A lot of lives could have been saved.
Yeah,
if it
long
would have been
overdue.
Done. Yeah, it would have done earlier, but we'll save some lives by doing that, and that's been a battle for not only Chaves County but Lee County, trying to get that done, and I'm glad to see that they're moving on that.
Yeah, this is something that Southeast New Mexico has needed for a long time. That particular stretch there, and it's going to be good. But I imagine that's going to make a lot less work for you and EMS folks when they have to go hit those calls.
And you would think, with that being the money train coming from Ruidoso to Texas, that would have been a
priority.
a
bigger priority.
Priority right away, because it really is. It's a lot of people every Friday. You better get on the road early if you're going to go out of town, go to Lubbock or somewhere like that, because the traffic coming towards you is crazy. And then Sundays are the same way, but it's that car passing somebody that you got to be very concerned about, especially when you see.
And there's a lot of
trucks.
tractor trailers and stuff on there.
Trailers out there. And
I think once we go 4-lane here, like I would say that the biggest change you'll notice is going to be similar to the one when they put the 4 lanes between here and Ruidoso.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
You know how many? Because every year someone's dying up there in those mountains.
Yes.
When it was just a 2-lane highway.
I agree.
And since it's been 4-lane, I'm not saying nothing ever happens, but
a lot better.
Those numbers have been way down since then. And I'm going to take a stab that this stretch between here and Texas will Tatum for sure, at least, will definitely save a lot of lives.
Yes, and you know, a car malfunctioning or a driver falling asleep or something on these 4 lanes, it's usually the one vehicle rollovers or something like that, where a head-on collision is catastrophe.
Absolutely.
Serious.
And especially as you get the parts closer to Roswell, it's pretty hilly up there. So, so there's a lot of times people trying to pass and misjudge that and everything else too.
And the sun, the mirage.
Yeah, if you hit it the right time of day,
you can't see because it just looks clear forever, and all of a sudden now that mirage comes up.
Yeah. Well, and I can tell you, if you're driving back to Roswell at like 4:00 in the afternoon right now, it's blinding coming in. Yeah.
And then same going the other way.
Yeah, exactly. If you're heading out in the morning,
in the morning. So that's why I tell her, and that's why we try to leave, around 12 or 1, because now you're missing a lot of
unfortunately, I had a
traffic.
doctor's appointment there, and it was right. I had to leave it. I had to go see it coming in and go and coming back.
So yeah, that's a
that will be
serious
nice.
thing, and but with the holidays coming up, we're just telling everybody, just slow is getting you there. That's important. Fast gets you a ticket as well as possibly somebody injured.
Patience will be your friend. If you're slower traffic, just go with the flow. You'd rather get there, because the people that get impatient, the people that try to weave in and out, they end up. That's when the accidents happen. That's when the misjudgment. Certainly, obviously, get off your phones. Don't be texting. Don't be. You know what? And I would say the same true for cars. I mean, if you're cars nowadays, they got a whole computer sitting on front of you with nav units to song picking to everything else, and that's just as big as a distraction as your phone is.
Oh yeah.
And so be mindful that if you have a passenger, let them be your disc jockey, let them be your climate control guy, whatever, and you focus on the road.
You just tell them, don't touch that climate control thing. That's what I say. Don't touch that. Leave that alone.
I know they say the drivers it's to pick the music. But,
well, you can play the music. Just don't turn on that heater, man, because then all of a sudden you look over and they'll be the drivers. That's how I am. I'm like, don't do that. I got to have that air on.
There's so many bells and whistles in a car nowadays. It's almost a distraction problem.
It really is.
It is. So be mindful of that stuff. Now, obviously, with the holidays, they're going to be looking for drinking and driving. There will be checkpoints. They know that you see the checkpoint. I meant to go back. I forgot something. Let me turn around and go back. They're wise into all that stuff.
So, and one of the things talking about that is, I'm the chairman of the DWI committee. So we have a deputy who is paid for the majority of his salary, not all of it, but the majority is paid for by the DWI.
Okay. So most of his day-to-day duties deal in that side of things. Yeah, DWI stuff.
And so he also does other duties, but we just sent him to a DRE school, which is a drug recognition expert.
Okay. So this will, like with marijuana and some of the things that are illegal now, they can get better indicators of finding out who's impaired or not.
So he actually went to San Francisco and was in their jail seeing some of the crazy stuff, because we always know California is ahead of us in everything. So whatever is happening there, it's going to soon be to us.
They got a bigger sample of the after effects of it,
So he went over there and he was able to do his evaluation, and this is a test that not many people pass to become a DRE. So he went over there and he passed it. He's back now, and let me tell you, he is getting DWI arrests, which is one of the things that, you know, people think, well, if you're getting more DWI arrests, that means that drinking and driving is up. Well, that's not true. It just means that there's more of an enforcement action going on, and we're catching those who are doing it.
Sure.
It doesn't mean any different, because the person you catch on a drunk driving charge, this isn't the first time they drove drunk.
Right.
Or under the influence of something,
Sure.
right? So that's what we tell everybody. It's like speeding. You know, you may speed 1,000,000 times, but it's that one time that makes the news.
And then and also there is and I would even argue that since the legalization of marijuana, that changes the game a bit, because there's different indicators for impairment. There's different tests that will, like, you can't, like, a field sobriety test isn't very effective on someone on marijuana unless they're just out of their mind stoned. You know?
Yeah, they're different but parts of them are affected.
And you can't give a breathalyzer or anything like that, because if it's in their system, it's in their system for a while, and it's not illegal.
Yeah, that's right.
You just so now that there's better indicators on how to detect that, the numbers are going to go up, because now, and let's face it, now that it's legal, more people are doing it now, because you know there's probably a lot of people that I haven't touched weed in years, but now it's like, oh, see, it's this, okay, now they're liking going it. And it's like drinking beer. It's legal, but again, you got to do it the right way. And unfortunately, the tests for alcohol don't apply to the tests for marijuana. And so, and this is why him learning the difference and learning to spot that, which I'm going to assure that, and that stuff matriculates down to your deputies. And so they
really
can put it out in the field. And so when they see someone that seems to be appearing normal, but it's like this, I feel like they're high. You have the indicators, whatever those are, right? You know,
So we have a DRE now. State Police has a DRE, and I'm telling you, it's made a big difference in the number of arrests. We have upped the number of arrests, and as well as the conviction rate, because now you have a guy who can go in there and say, yes, this is what we did, this is how we determined it, and it's really amazing. But it's not a job that just anybody can do.
Sure, sounds like it's specialized skills, specialized
really is. And it's
training.
It's tough training, and to do it is I'm impressed by Chaves County Sheriff's Office having a DRE now, and he's taken this on, and he is doing such a great job.
And this is something I think, I don't think people realize so much. And when we talk about legalizing something like cannabis, and we all see the dollar opportunities, and all that's absolutely true. But you don't realize the money spent, the training that involved in changing over to having the ability to accommodate this now. And because just of gee whiz, for instance, a lot of dogs that are trained, they're trained to pick up marijuana. Well, guess what? They're pretty much useless now. Useless. You know, I mean, you can have them there. And it's very expensive to train those. And so, like, when you guys start getting dogs, you saw that writing on the wall. And so your dogs were kind of never trained to pick up on marijuana anyway. They now the fentanyl and all the various other stuff, game on with that. But weed, they're not trained to hone in on that.
So and that you talk about that, and a person sees that marijuana has now been legalized in a sense, that will draw those who have never even thought about it because it was illegal to now try it.
Absolutely.
And it's just like drinking.
This is more people on the road impaired.
More people on the road impaired.
Yeah.
And then you have the gummies and you have these other things, and you can't tell ever how much is in each dose. You may eat 1, 2, I don't know how many people eat, but if you eat them and
that
one
depends,
could be
like
different.
And it's just like alcohol affecting someone. If you did it empty, or if it's your first time doing it, you're going to see a bigger result than someone that does it on the regular basis. They, just like alcohol, they build a tolerance. It's no different in this world here too.
Exactly.
And like you said, the way it's administered, so I know if you eat it, it affects you differently than if you smoked it.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you don't know the difference there, that's
and that's exactly right.
Yeah.
So I got the undersheriff right now is doing policy change. We're not doing change. New Mexico counties, the Association of Counties, has now come together, and we're trying to make policies all the same for law enforcement agencies across the state.
Like a
standardized policies, and the reason for that is because it's hard whenever you go into court and you have different agencies who have different policies, and they're asking, well, why did you do this, or why didn't you do this, and things are different. So right now, the New Mexico counties is paying for all this change,
like a standardization of the policies. Yeah. So basically, it's kind of like, okay, well, the official textbook says this. That's universal here. Why didn't you do it that way? Now there's a standardization. Yeah. Whereas, like, well, in this county they do it this way, but this county they do it this way, and that's why. And I used to be in this county,
this way, or they did.
And I imagine that kind of messes up cross training too. Say you pick up a guy from another part of the state. Yeah. Now you got to retrain him in how you guys do it versus. And now this kind of at least takes that out of the equation. And
so I have the undersheriff is doing that right now, and let me tell you, that is a time-consuming thing.
I would imagine, and I don't know nothing about this, but just generally speaking, is there drastic differences in those things, or is this tweaking?
It's tweaking it, but there are some changes. And now through New Mexico Counties Association, what they will do is every year after the legislative session in January, they will send an update to change those types of policies. And the reason is, and you know this, here in New Mexico, the craziest things come out. We have changes every year, and the problem with that is in January it comes out. In June is whenever it's finally disseminated to most people so that they can change their own policy. Now, as soon as the January is done, they will get that out there, and it's kind of like a blanket where, hey, this is the policies, this is now the things to add to
Makes
your
sense.
deal. So we're working on that, and so we got a lot of that going on, but it's a busy time for us because we're trying to get all that done before the beginning of the new year.
Sure.
But also right now we have lots of things going on, with we just had Youth Challenge. We were out there. I had my deputies out there. We were doing some stuff with them, and October, November, December is just busy for us doing community stuff.
Of course, you're on Santa detail over the weekend too, with Santa coming into town from Main Street and the light up and all that stuff, and parade and all that.
We did that, got the parade done. Now we're going to be out just enforcing highways, streets, basically trying to make it safer for people.
Sure. I imagine you have travel. Guys going through the parking lots between yourself and RPD.
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of driving patrol cars through the major parking lots this time of year, kind of deterring the lock checkers and the pocket pickers and so forth and so on here.
Don't bring a basket full of goodies out to your car and then go into another place, leaving all your goodies in a car, because it's going to draw people's attention.
Absolutely.
They're gonna take your
and
stuff.
Certainly if you do have gifts and things in your vehicle, don't put them in plain sight. Either put them in the trunk if your SUV is an SUV, and you can look in and put a blanket, put something. I know a lot of SUVs nowadays have like a little shade cover you can kind of pull over the back to keep people from looking down in there and all that.
Blanket over it.
Yeah, utilize all those tools. Just keep it.
Well, I can tell you, because a windshield or a back window or side window will probably cost more than the gift you had in the car.
Yeah.
And they will break your windows to get into your car and steal something that's...
And to be honest, I wouldn't even leave like the cup full of change sitting on the thing.
No more.
That's enough to say, you know what, there could be a couple $dollars there.
There's people who will stand out here on the side of the road for all day, every day for that change.
Yeah. So leave,
don't do it.
just leave nothing out that looks tempting. And and
I agree.
And obviously lock the doors. Don't and for I know this is a bigger problem in other parts like Albuquerque, but please don't warm up the car and then leave the car unlocked and do that. That's exactly just right. You're just basically putting a big arrow on your car saying, "Please take me."
And during the winter, they call those smokers.
Yeah.
So you can see the exhaust coming from the car, so you know which cars are sitting.
Oh yeah, it's a dead giveaway.
It's a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
You know which cars have been started to be heated up, and they will take it as far as they can. And some cars, they have the little
Yeah, like a lot of them you can do remote starts and all that now.
You can do remote starts and things like that. They can't really get away in your car, but I don't put nothing past these people. You know, and if they know how to do certain things, they can probably disable.
For every mousetrap, there's always someone making a way to get out of it. You know, right, it's just the way it is.
So so we've got a lot of stuff going on, and we are just very busy, and like I said, we just want this to be a very, very good, safe holiday.
Absolutely,
and there's nothing better than having your family come in to be with you on Jesus' birthday. You know. And be here for Christmas and share that joy. What we don't want is you to be going to.
Unfortunately, when family get together, unfortunately, it's an uptick in domestic violence calls and things like that.
You're not kidding.
And so because the booze is flowing, the marijuana is flowing in some cases, and
we see it a lot.
By the end of the evening, things get rowdy, and
we're glad you came, but get out.
Yeah,
That's how it was.
And so de-escalate. Just try to keep things, like Thanksgiving. Don't remind, the politically charged world.
Oh yeah.
Christmas is not the time to hash out politics and everything with the cousin or uncle you ain't seen in a while.
Yeah.
Let's just lay off that. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. And it could just be a thing from the past, just brought up again. That's just something that we see more than something that happened a long time ago. They're arguing over that and fighting over that, and you're like, "What are you doing?" But you're
talking about a bicycle from 20 years ago, yeah,
yeah. But that's kind of how things go. But right now we are doing great. We're working great with the other agencies. Everybody is on the same page. I think our Roswell Police Department, Chaves County Sheriff Department, we're both in a position right now where we are undermanned.
I was about to say, I wanted to kind of touch on staffing right now. I'm sure you're always taking applications and looking for, and I think you got a class leaving here about the first of the year, right?
Yes, we do. Yeah. So we got some guys leaving for that, and we're always looking for others.
So if they sign up today, would they still try for that class, or are they going to have to wait for the next one?
They'll probably wait for the next one because the process is so long where they're going to have to go do the.
Yeah, when you with a career with the Chaves County Sheriff's Office. Yeah, you're the vetting process. They'll go through and make sure the physical standards are met, the psychological, so forth and so on. But once all that's met, they want to teach you and kind of get you the basics. So by the time you get to the academy, you're very well versed on what you're going through, what to expect. Yeah. The lingo,
no surprises.
Yeah, you learn the ways of law enforcement, and so. So there'll be a class leave in January. That's about every 6 months. I think
so they'll do it in January, then they'll do it again right around June or July.
Yeah.
So June will more than likely be the next where we take them up, see if they can pass the test.
Yeah.
And then in July they'll start.
So if you really start that process now, you've really got 6 good months to get you ready. And of course you can, and I highly recommend if you're interested and sign up for ride-alongs, get a chance to get some seat time with the day-to-day of being a law enforcement officer. And if that still draws you in, then let's do this. And
there's no better job other than maybe being a radio guy. But really there's no better job than this. Going out and serving the people and serving the community is unbelievable.
And I can see if you like talking to people, if you love working with people, if you have patience is if you have a joy of talking with people and patience, that's 90% of the job right there. Because 90% of what you're doing is de-escalating things, and 90% of that is just being an ear to bend.
Yep.
And that's 90% of the job there is being the calming voice in a room.
That's it.
And if you can do that well, then you're probably going to have an outstanding career as a law enforcement officer.
Absolutely. And if you've lived life, I'm telling you, you will make the best police officer there is, because empathy, having actually gone through things and being a part of the world, you're going to make a good police officer.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you, there's no better job. Like I said, you can come out here, you can make a difference every day, and in the same time get paid for it.
Absolutely.
So it's amazing.
And there's really a lot of growth opportunities, and then once you get in, then you can find niches, and you're like, I really love working with canines, or I really love doing SWAT, I really love doing detective work, whatever that is. You can pursue that path in law. I really want to be sheriff someday. All right.
Yeah. So that and I'm telling you, there's no better job than that.
Yeah, absolutely. So and it's like I said, it's a hard job. We ain't no one's gonna butter you up and say this is sunshine and rainbows.
I'll tell you, you get kicked in the in the stuff every day.
Well, it's the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, and that's what it is. You revel in the highs, and you try to deal with the lows as best you can. That's exactly and that's kind of what it is. But to be honest, the days that you have a success out there, that officer is able to save your life or to bring resolution to your situation. That's the victory, and then that officer takes that home and saying, "Today was a good day.
Today was a good day."
That person got to get up and wake up tomorrow.
That's right.
Or that person now is not dealing with something they were dealing with, and I was able to help that officer's thing, and that was a success. Now, granted, that's before they did all the paperwork. After, like, but the moment up to it,
the paperwork side. So like I said, we appreciate everybody right now. And like I said, we are so blessed to live here in the southeastern part of New Mexico.
Yeah.
As police officers, we still have a community that supports us, really loves us. They come out, they'll do anything for you. And as you've seen during disasters that have affected our counties or in our community, the people of this community are so good, and they come out, and it is better than it was when we're done.
Yeah.
So it's always good. So we're just blessed here.
And we and of course, this is something I know that you and RPD as well too. You guys really, talk with your officers and saying, hey, be a part of these communities, be in the event, show up and be human beings while you're out there to show that side.
Yes.
And that's since day one of you taking office, that's been kind of, one of your tentpole things is to make sure your officers are in and about in the community. And if there's a big party or quinceanera going on, there's going to be a deputy nearby to making sure everyone's doing okay.
Exactly. And we're going to check you out. Well, one thing is, like I said, I was telling you, the county and the city are down law enforcement, but the city just got a very big raise for the police officers.
Okay, good for them.
So that's going to, it's very good for them.
Yeah.
And, now they're competitive.
That could help, alleviate the problem here a little bit.
And so us with the Travis County Sheriff's Office, we're looking to try to get the same thing done. I've gone to the county manager, and we've gone to talk to a couple of commissioners, and we're going to have to get it to do the same thing.
Well, I know,
we're running about $8 or $9 behind all the surrounding counties, and
I know our commission, they're pretty conservative with money, and but they know when to spend when they need to spend, and
and that's the thing. We are a county that is debt free, and one thing that they know is how to manage money, but they also know we have to have a safe community, and I think things are going to go well. It's just a matter of getting everything in line.
Sure.
But,
and
we don't lose anybody else to the
and
counties.
Law enforcement's like computers. Like the technology, the training, everything. About the time you get the stuff in place, it's outdated and ready for the next thing.
Yes,
and that's kind of
exactly
what you guys are. It's like medical or technology, any technology-based product here.
And the benefits for the county are unbelievable. They, right now for my family, I pay about $175 a month for my entire family medical.
Pretty good.
You can't beat that anywhere, So.
And the older we get, the more you're going to need those.
Oh yes, I tell you that right now. I know that.
I'm getting a little too friendly with my doctors lately.
In my mind, I'm 18, but as soon as the fight begins, I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm about 90.
Yeah, exactly.
But it really is important to recognize Travis County. They do good things for us, and in the end, I think that they'll increase the pay, and we'll get back up to our manning. But the other thing I want to do is commend my deputies for staying here, knowing that other counties are making more money.
Sure, the grass is greener mindset. Yeah.
they are staying here. They want to serve Chaves County. They want to serve the people of this community.
Well, and some of these folks, this is their home. You know,
this is their home.
They grew up, born and raised Chaves County. This is their neighborhood. This is my house. This is where we're doing.
My house,
Yeah.
and this is what I say. It's not always about the money, but right now, you have to have money to live.
Well, loyalty is one thing, but you got to feed your family, and that's priority. But please go to the county's website. You can start the process
Absolutely.
there. And of course, if you have questions, don't hesitate to call the sheriff's office or go on the Facebook page and ask a question there. They'll be happy to. Certainly, if you see a sheriff's deputy, obviously not in the middle of a call or anything, but if they're out just kind of hanging out or keeping things, and you want to ask them about the career as a law enforcement officer, they'll be happy to share their experiences with you. So.
Come see me.
Yeah. Well, Sheriff, as always, Merry Christmas. Thank you for everything we do. I think we'll probably see you again. Probably that in between Christmas. I think.
Yeah, I think New Year's.
Yeah, I think that weekend between there is what we're thinking. We'll see you again next. So
trying to get in there somewhere before that because it's New Year's is going to be crazy.
Well, it's always, it's just be smart. Just have plans.
Don't shoot your guns.
Have fun and party, but have plans. Have safe travels. Yeah, certainly. Don't what comes up comes down.
Yes,
that's just science, folks.
Shooting your gun in the air, the bullet's coming down somewhere. And
yes, I know we live in a whole lot of nowhere, but that are we going to play Russian roulette with that? And you want to do that,
right.
that because it's all good until it isn't. That's what happens. And so and you'd be like, oh, I didn't know, and you didn't know, but this person doesn't get to walk back that you didn't know.
That is exactly
right.
So
don't do it. It's just there's too many other ways to celebrate and everyone wake up the next morning.
That's
just
exactly
let's do
right.
that.
Go in there and have fun, dance, play, and do whatever. But it's
well, thank you,
thank you so
and
much.
Everyone at the deputy's office. Thank you for what they do for our community, and yourself, Charles, and all of the deputies, and support. And Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to all of them, and you guys, and stay safe. And we look forward. Well, like I said, we'll see you here right before New Year's, but we look forward to a bigger, better, prosperous 2026.
Absolutely.
So,
Merry Christmas to everybody, and have a good day.
Awesome. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. Town Hall News next.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Some Republican lawmakers in Indiana have rejected a congressional redistricting plan supported by President Trump, causing anger among some political conservatives nationwide. But on the Salem News program this week on Capitol Hill with Tony Perkins, House Speaker Mike Johnson says, despite Indiana's action, he's still optimistic about next year's midterm election.
There's about 14 states at some stage of litigation right now. Most of the experts expect that the Republican Party will net a few seats, maybe 3 to as many as 7. So what any individual state does is kind of immaterial to me. I've got to win with whatever maps are ultimately produced, and I'm sure that we will.
Speaker Johnson's full This Week on Capitol Hill interview will be broadcast starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Saturday on the Salem News Channel. When it comes to battling Venezuelan-backed drug cartels, President Trump says he's set to take the fight from the sea to a new front, land.
They've treated us badly, and I guess now we're not treating them so good. If you look at the drug traffic by sea is down 92%, and nobody can figure out who the 8% is, because I have no idea. Anybody getting involved in that right now is not doing well. And we'll start that on land, too. It's going to be starting on land pretty soon.
Kilmar Abrego Garcia has checked in briefly with an ICE field office in Baltimore before walking free. A federal judge ordered his release from custody. He's an illegal immigrant the Trump administration is fighting to deport. The White House says he's a gang member and a human smuggler. He denies it. The flood-battered state of Washington is under a state of emergency. 5 days of torrential rains in the Pacific Northwest have unleashed devastating flooding. It's destroyed infrastructure, washed away homes, forced tens of thousands of people to evacuate. Watching Wall Street, the Dow is down 138 points, the Nasdaq off 356. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
Iceland becomes the 5th country to drop out of the Eurovision Song Contest because of Israel's participation.
This decision, announced on Wednesday, follows similar moves by Spain, the Netherlands, Ireland and Slovenia. The countries have withdrawn after organisers refused to expel Israel over its actions in Gaza. Iceland's national broadcasting service, RÚV, stated that neither joy nor peace will prevail with their participation in the competition. The walkouts have raised concerns about the future of the contest. The European Broadcasting Union recently met to discuss Israel's participation, but took no action to exclude any broadcaster. I'm Karen Shamas.
Ukrainian President Zelensky says negotiators are tackling territorial issues in U.S.-led peace talks with Russia. Discussions include the possession of Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region and the Russian-occupied Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. News and analysis, townhall.com. Borrowing for a home has gotten a tad more expensive.
Mortgage buyer Freddie Mac says the average rate on a 30-year mortgage rose this week to 6.22%. That's not far from its low for the year. The increase comes a day after the Federal Reserve cut its main interest rate for the 3rd time this year and indicated another cut may be ahead in 2026. While the Fed doesn't set mortgage rates, its actions are among the factors that influence rates on home loans. Several housing economists are forecasting that the average rate on a 30-year mortgage will remain slightly above 6% next year. I'm Alex Vega.
Fishing regulators are extending a shutdown on New England's historic shrimp fishing business, effectively shuttering the industry. The sweet pink shrimp were once a winter delicacy, and Maine fishermen used to catch millions of pounds of shrimp, but the business has been under a fishing moratorium since 2014. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel witch said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tres inviernos.
Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday. We finally made it to Friday.
Yes, we have.
And it's going to be busy. So I got breakfast at Salvation Army. I'm going to say 0800. And then I'm going to hit the memory lane by about 0930.
Right.
And then
shoe shopping.
Right around like 11:30. We got I got some kitty prep to do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, she'll be home Tuesday. She's going to get spayed Monday. And
So
we'll pick her up Tuesday.
she hasn't actually come home yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. She's still at the Humane Society till we can get her spayed.
Gotcha.
Because that's the rules, and so we abide by the rules, even though, I could, we could do it, but I'm not gonna do it.
I mean, I know people.
Yeah.
I can pull strings, but let's play by the rules.
We're not doing it.
Right.
That's not.
Right.
Yeah. But so we'll pick her up from the vet on Tuesday.
Very good. But Bella's looking forward to having a new roommate.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. That's the thing. Hannah and Bella had such. I mean, I don't know how they were when you first got them, but they had so much time to kind of form the bond and also figure out the hierarchy and the structure.
Yeah, they'll get it.
It's going to take some time, I think. I'm sure.
Well, and I got a feeling this cat's the new cat is gonna be accommodating. Like, I don't think she's an alpha. I think she's just a lover. I think she wants to just be in the room, and she's going to want affection. Now, I don't know how she's going to compete for affection. I don't know if she's just going to outmuscle or outdo or.
Now, what's the backstory for Reba? I know she's been incarcerated for a while.
She came in with two siblings, a brother and a sister.
Okay.
Who are both still there. I met them. They're very nice.
Drop off or pickup?
Owner surrendered.
Okay.
I don't know by whom
so
or
they didn't
how.
come off the streets.
No, they were owner surrendered.
Gotcha. That answers the question. Because the last time I tried to introduce a new cat into my environment, it was a street cat.
Okay, no, they were owned by somebody.
I say street cat, but it was born from a friend's cat who was a street cat that had been adopted, but also only ever lived outside. Yeah, born a street cat, but only ever lived outside.
Right.
So that's all that this cat ever knew was the outside.
Right.
When I tried to bring it inside, it did not like that at all.
Ah, very good.
And it was making itself known on my clothes.
Well, so I think we're okay there. I think she's used and from what I was told, like when they came in as kittens, they were together for a little bit. Once they got older, they had to separate them because they do that. That's how they do with the cats. But when they were together, Reba was always trying to lay on the other cats, trying to curl up, had to be touching the other cats. That was just her MO. So
gotcha.
And she fits that bill. The moment I got anywhere near her cage or my wife got anywhere, she's up in your business.
Right.
So she is a lover and attention starving. So I got a feeling she's going to love Bella to death. I think she might do that move where she's like, "Come on, love me." I know you do.
You're going to. Come on.
I got a feeling that's what's going to happen. And it's going to annoy Bella at first, and then she's just going to accept it. And then you can eventually like it.
I've learned interesting things about how cats communicate just over the last few months of just finding random facts. Did you know that cats don't meow except for when humans are around? They don't meow
that's not
to each
true.
other. No, that's they meow. House cats might be different because they've adapted.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, the meow is to communicate with humans.
Well, all I know is I've had multiple cats, including Bella, that when we go to bed, I go and she goes in the living room or something, and all I hear is meow, meow, meow.
Yeah, because they know you're listening.
Well, they're not. They're calling out for attention. They're lonely or bored or something.
It also turns out that cats meow louder and more frequently at men than at women.
Oh, that's true. I get reamed out by all the cats, not like Kim does.
Yeah, mine will. He will yell at me like a string of meows if I haven't fed him by 6 a.m.
Yeah, she gives me the bit. Now Bella does it too. She ain't used to. She's picked up some habits from Hannah. The flopping on the ground when we come in to greet us, that's Hannah teaching Bella. And now, anytime I walk around and I don't pet her, the moment she rubs up on me, she's yelling at me.
Yeah. How dare you not acknowledge me when I acknowledge you?
But then she yells at you like she's mad at you. And then you pet her and she's like, meow, meow. I was like, you like this? You're purring. But then she has weird meows. She has a grumble meow that I think it's like, stop it, but I really do like it. And then there's her happy, which are chirps.
Stop, keep going.
Yeah, but then there's her chirps, which are happy. They're like, meow, meow. And that's when I know she's happy. When she does that, meow. I know, oh yeah, she's all buttered up.
It's funny, you were talking yesterday about the hiss that
that's her other
that
move.
Bella does. Stefan won't hiss at me, but he will cuss me out if I have to move him.
Oh, she does that too.
he'll like cuddle up with me, and I had to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, buddy, I got to move, and I like pushed on his butt, and he goes,
yeah. Bella does the same thing, especially to Kim.
Big mad.
Especially to Kim. She does and then they fight over the chair, and then so Kim will get up to go to the bathroom, whatever, and the cat plops into the chair for the warmth, and then when Kim goes to get back, then it's another fight. Meow, meow, meow. They do it every time. Now, this is the other thing. Bella does not, I'm not saying she doesn't sass me, but nearly not to the level of she does Kim.
Right.
Like she barely does that to me, because I just like, get up. And then she'll kind of, no, I don't play around with that.
Right.
But she will very much argue with her more than me. So.
Mine he'll maintain the hot spot, like when I get up from the couch or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he won't get up when I tell him to move. I literally have to start lowering myself down. I'm like, I will sit on you.
Yeah.
He's learned a couple times.
When Bella is not receptive, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I literally do the thing, and then if she still doesn't get up, I'll sit on the edge of the chair and slowly mush her in the back till she's like, all right.
She's like, there's some of this I can put up with, but this is too much.
Yeah, I start creeping and taking more inches, and sometimes like, and then leave.
Sometimes I forget that my homebound best friend has razor blades for fingers and can probably do a lot more damage, but holds back because he loves me.
That's
true. I think, and also I feed him.
They do. They don't always show it, but cats do love it.
I've wondered just how long I would have to be, like, if I died in my house, how long I'd have to be dead before he'd start eating me. I feel like it would be same day, like with food down.
Put a cam out, and we'll determine how many licks it takes to get to the center of that Tootsie Roll Pop.
You won't know, but they'll know.
All right, we better get the hour going. I do have a busy hour for you. Larry Martin with the Midday Lions going to join us here in just a bit to talk about carriage rides this weekend and next out at the Orchard for the Christmas lights. Then here about 9:30, we're going to have Diana Bernal join us with the Roswell Public Library to get us up to date on events happening at the library. Of course, they had the renovations, and they're now back in full swing, so we'll get that update here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a quick break. We'll do weather and a quick break, and then here in about a minute or so, we will chat with Larry from the Midday Lions. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Our weekend looks mostly warm. It will cool off on Sunday with a dry cold front moving in. 70 for the afternoon high today, and we're getting sunshine. The wind should stay pretty light. Overnight will be clear with mid-30s. Another nice one on Saturday, sunny, and we're in the mid-70s. Clear for Saturday night with mid-30s, and then cooling off on Sunday, sunny and low 50s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
At Ocotillo Family Practice, Pediatrics, and OMED Spa, our team is here for you. Nancy Walker, Fallon Moody, and Tialana Watts are family nurse practitioners offering expert care in family practice, pediatrics, women's health, and aesthetics. Nancy also provides advanced hormone therapy for men and women, including hormone pellet implants that help patients feel their best. Plus, meet Brittany Harrell, our skilled nurse injector, offering a full range of aesthetic procedures to help you look and feel confident. Same-day and walk-in patients are always welcome. Visit Ocotillo Family Practice, Pediatrics, and OMED Spa at 607 West Country Club Road in Roswell. Your family, your health, your beauty, all in one place.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning than women. That's because men are 6 times more likely to wear a tinfoil hat in a thunderstorm. Here's Mike Winters.
Yep, or a golf club. Plus, we're naturally taller. By and large, not always, but most of the time. Good morning. It is 16 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio from the Midday Lions, Larry Martin back with us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah.
How's y'all ready for this weekend?
We're ready.
Yeah. Of course. If you're not aware, we've this weekend and next is the annual Midday Lions Christmas carriage rides out to see the lights out in the Orchard. Be tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. And then we'll do it all over again next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Folks will meet at the Boy Scout headquarters there on Aspen, right off a country club there. And then their carriage awaits there at their time. And then you'll go out and enjoy a beautiful carriage ride in the dark there and see the Christmas lights. And, come a little before, enjoy some cocoa or enjoy some cocoa afterwards there. But that is going to be happening tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday night. from about 6 to about 8:30 or 6 to 8 or so.
8.
And then each night, and then again next weekend. If you want to get tickets to go, you need to go to the Midday Lions website, which is RoswellMiddayLions.org, right?
Right. You got it.
I got it. That was off memory. And so you go there and get now spaces are limited, seats are limited, but you can get tickets for tonight, tomorrow, or Sunday, and then or next Friday, Saturday, or Sunday as well too here. But you guys do have a special tomorrow night and next Saturday night. This year you've added a new feature for we'll call it a couples Christmas getaway here, and tell a little bit about what that's
well, we reserve one ride each Saturday night at 8:00, so there's really only six couples per ride, so it's only 12 tickets available.
Yeah, so it's space is very limited, and there's only two carriages are going, one tomorrow and then one next Saturday.
But we designed a little romantic interlude for a couple.
Yeah.
No kids. And we have some other goodies that we put in a little package bag for them.
A little romantic bag.
It is $50, so it's not necessarily cheap, but it goes to a good cause, and it's a good ride for a couple on Christmas.
Yeah, and you get the benefit of, and fellas, you're going to score some major points with your significant other thinking of this and doing this, especially if you like, I created this whole thing for you. They'll love it. It'll be great. But it'll be a great opportunity for. But again, there's only 2 nights available: tomorrow night, Saturday, and then next Saturday. And there's only one carriage going out. Like whereas the other now the we'll call it the traditional carriage rides for those are $10 per person, and there's times in the 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and 8 up to the 8 o'clock there that they'll have carriages leaving to go. But you got to pick your time slot that works best for you, and then show up shortly before that on that given day and go enjoy a carriage ride.
Yeah, we have a little fire campfire that we can sit around and stand around, and that's kind of neat.
Yeah, and it'll be cool but not cold this weekend. So like I know the overnight temp Saturday, I think tonight is 33 tomorrow, 29 Sunday night. So it'll be chilly, but not freezing chilly.
Well, it won't hit that temperature about midnight.
Yeah, but about you're probably in the 40s by the time you're out there,
bet.
which is perfect.
Very nice.
As long as the winds aren't too bad, then that'll be nice. You got to wear a coat, you enjoy your cocoa, but you're not jumping up and down trying to keep warm or nothing.
We've been doing this about 15 years. I don't remember wind ever having a big effect. Although you're moving at 5 miles an hour, so you got a wind in your face.
But if you already had a tenor on that, top of that, it kind of adds to a little bit here. But definitely, it's so cool if you never got to do it. And of course, the lights out there, the big houses, and they do the Christmas Vacation Clark W. Griswold level of decorations and lights and everything.
And if you've been before, don't worry about it. The houses are still there, and it's still a lot of fun. So, and this is one of our fundraisers. Actually, it's our main fundraiser for raising cash for eyeglasses for kids.
Yeah.
Mostly in Chavez County. We do contribute some to the state program.
But mostly Chavez, but a few for New Mexico, but it's all local. Right. It's kids right here in our own backyard. And so every dollar when you, whether you go on the family traditional carriage rides or the more couples carriage ride here, all that money goes back to the Lions here. And of course, the great work, like you said, with the glasses and working with youth on getting eye vision and sight. Some adults too, but mostly youth on this stuff. And also while you're out there, if you're interested, the Midday Lions are always looking for more volunteers and stuff too to be a part of it. I know you got about a half dozen or dozen or so there that are kind of your dedicated, loyal Midday Lions, but they're always looking for more to help not only navigate events like this, but help in with the getting of the glasses and doing all the stuff that they do in their monthly meetings to help kids in our community and things like that.
Well, there's several service clubs in town that would welcome people who are willing to help others.
Absolutely.
That's the main idea.
Absolutely.
If you're willing to give a little of your time to help someone else, then you're a prime candidate for us.
Absolutely. Lions, and of course, one of the other hats that, shifting gears here a little bit, with Larry, is a part of the Roswell Literacy Council as well, and they're always looking for volunteers for tutors and things to be a part of that too. So maybe if that's your niche, reach out, or you can do both. Hey, I can help out with glasses some days a week, and then I'll help tutor or help with the Literacy Council. And
well, especially if you're a retired teacher, and
sure,
you're kind of getting bored.
Yeah, you're looking
get back into the game.
Looking for some mischief. Yeah.
Trying to teach some brat. I shouldn't say that.
But it's a great way to give. And of course, as we're approaching the end of the year here, people kind of make New Year's resolutions and things like that. Well, if your resolution is to kind of get more involved in your community or be more active helping people, then Midday Lions, certainly the Literacy Council, and like you said, quite a few other organizations in our community could definitely benefit from your volunteering. So, you want to talk a little Knowledge Bowl real quick since we're talking about Literacy Council and stuff?
Well, your Knowledge Bowl is on February 22.
Mm-hmm.
Get your team ready. It's usually a fundraiser, but schools are free, so we try and get each school to send us a team. But so far, we haven't been too lucky. So if you're in high school, any of them, and you want to form a team, you get with us at the Literacy Council, and we'll make room for you.
We'll get you in there, whether it's a Roswell High team or Goddard High team or Gateway Christian
football team, whoever,
or football team or whatever, even middle school team. Let's get a game on.
Well, NIMI is really participating. So
good deal. Well, we get NMMI will have representation there. Yeah. So let's get them other schools and other organizations involved too. I don't know. Maybe this is the athletes getting to prove that we're not just dumb jocks. Well, we're going to go and hang with the history club,
about that, but
science club, and all those guys. This is your chance. But we'll as we get closer in February here, we'll get more dates and times and where to sign ups and all that. We'll get that information.
Well, also, originally it was set up just for citizens to form a 5-man team and donate $100 to us, and we don't really have Literacy Council now. Doesn't have that much assets. We have our own building, but we got to pay expenses.
Sure.
And this was our fundraiser, and we had individual teams, and we had 20 or 30 different teams of 5-man participants, and from lawyers and schools. Not necessarily at that time, it wasn't necessarily schools, but we opened it up to schools.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of people. Now we're trying to get the enthusiasm back in town because it was a big event.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun too, and so sign up, and we'll talk more about it as we get closer to here to the event in next year. But start percolating now. Start thinking about getting those teams together. If you're in those clubs at school or whatever, and you're hearing this, bring it up as your next meeting. Hey, February, do we all want to do a Knowledge Bowl and put a team together and do all that and have some fun? And I think we've done it in the past. It's a lot of fun. So get out there and do it.
Yes.
So don't forget, going back to Midday Lions here tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday night, and then all over again next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Be a part of the Midday Lions carriage rides out for Christmas lights. Again, they start up tonight at 6, Saturday at 6, Sunday at 6. They're at the Boy Scout headquarters off of Aspen, right off of Country Club there. If you know where the Latter-day Saints Church?
Yes.
They're on the corner of Aspen and Country Club. Turn there and go, I don't know, a couple hundred yards, and you'll see the Scout headquarters.
Lights all over the place.
Yeah, you'll see the Scout headquarters there on your right as you come in. Yeah. But go to RoswellMiddayLions.org. Again, that's RoswellMiddayLions.org to reserve your tickets, because you do need to reserve your spot for the carriage ride. There'll be times at 6 o'clock in the set up through 8 o'clock, I think, there.
Yeah.
And then and of course, if you do want the Saturday exclusive romantic carriage ride, there's only basically 12 slots total, I think, available for that one. So and that's either tomorrow night or next Saturday night. Again, you can order them through the website there, RoswellMiddayLions.org. Get your tickets there, and then just come join us on your assigned day, and come get ready to take in the beautiful lights and the cool breeze and the hot cocoa and the
hot chocolate. That's right.
The Christmas atmosphere. So good deal. Did we get it all, Larry?
Well, if anybody wants to sing around the fireplace, they can do that. But
all right.
So far, we haven't had anyone that brave. So.
Well, maybe there's a few folks.
We do have a lot of music, though. I put music on the wagon, and it's nice.
So it keeps the Christmas spirit, the music, and But if I would say yes if you want to sing, but let's leave it to the people that actually have the singing ability. Just like I know my lane, and my lane is not singing, so I will not be around the barrel singing.
My brother-in-law wouldn't want to sing.
Yeah, I will enjoy, but I will not participate for the sanity of everyone else. Larry, as always, appreciate it here, and we'll see you here next time. And certainly, Merry Christmas to you and your family if we don't get to see you between now and then. And of course, be percolating your teams on for Knowledge Bowl here. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's make this the biggest, best one yet here this February when it all goes down. It'll be right around Super Bowl time, so you'll all be hyped up or really excited or tired of football at that point. So
just after the Cowboys won't be playing in February.
I don't think they're going to be playing in February based off of last week. I don't think they're going to be like my team and watching the Super Bowl like the rest of us.
Well, I appreciate letting us get on here, Mike.
Anytime. We're glad to help.
I did notice the library lady's waiting to get on here.
Well, we're going to have her join us next. They're excited to be back in business over there at the library.
I want to put in a plug that I used to get their audiobooks, and they're great for any travel, particularly from here to Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And getting audiobooks from the library was really great.
And the with technology nowadays, if you have a library card in good standing, you can go to their website through the city's website and start and download audiobooks and things. Like you don't even need the CD if you have you can download them to your phone or whatever.
Oh,
and
that's
plug
cool.
your phone.
Yeah.
And so technically you could do that and not even have to set foot in the library. Now I don't recommend that. You should go in the library and check it out. It's pretty cool. But technically you could go and do all that and not physically have to go in the library to do that. And so get a library card. It's free, and as long as you turn in your stuff on time, then you're golden. So
Roswell's a great city to be in.
Absolutely. Good deal. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. We'll see you out there this weekend, and like I said, Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Very good. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you. It is 9:29. We're going to take a quick break here, and then as we had our lead in there, Diana Barnell will join us with the Roswell Public Library. Give us an update as they are back in business after their little remodel and renovation over there. We'll be back. Don't go away.
Get a built-in look with a Whirlpool flush mount dishwasher that installs flush with the surrounding cabinets at Bush Appliance in Roswell. A third rack provides space for silverware and hard-to-fit utensils. Plus, this dishwasher meets ADA standards for acceptable design. Shop Whirlpool dishwashers today at Bush Appliance in Roswell. Who you gonna call? Bush Appliance. Stop by 111 West Country Club Road in Roswell or call 575-622-6390.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors. The Kubota L Series is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. They're designed for easy operation and feature performance meshed attachments. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Amigo Machinery at 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
All right, I didn't have a liner set up there, so this is going to be just a dead drop in. Good morning. It is 30 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Diana Barnell back with us with the Roswell Public Library. Good morning, Diana.
Hi, good morning, Mike. How are you today?
Great to have you back, doing well. Of course, you guys were shut down for a little bit here with renovations and remodeling, but I think everything's back open and back to normal at the library, right?
We're now open.
Good.
And at this point, we have even the children area open.
So everything's full back to, so you're back to, full programs for the kids and everything and all that good stuff. So
yes, we're all excited because it looks so beautiful, and we continue working on it. They're still doing some details, and there's more beyond.
I haven't had a chance to been in there. What are they doing? Like actual painting and new stuff in there, or what kind of work are they doing?
Well, I'm gonna give you some clues so I can maybe invite our community
come
to
see it for yourself.
Come and see it for yourself, because you're gonna explore about textures. I'll give you a clue.
Okay.
And it looks different. It looks precious, even though that we have more things in it. They're gonna love, especially the children area, the new floor in certain areas, and we're still working on more things.
Good deal. So, but it's looking pretty nice in there.
It is, and they're gonna see our children. Even though that it was closed, I was working on the children program.
Mm-hmm.
The little ones, they still miss the library, so we had the programs in the classroom.
Okay.
And they realize that things are going on in there, and they love how the where we have the programs, the Malone room looks like.
Good.
And they can't wait to see what we just finished in the children area as well.
Well, they don't have to wait much longer here. You can come on down and check it out. And so if it's been a minute since you've been in because you thought they were closed and everything, well, good news. Library's back full open. Yes. So come on down and check out your books, or come for our weekly activities or any of the stuff that's going on. It's all back. So.
Yes, we always busy. As always, we have the calendar. I will go on the calendar over that. Just to give you an idea of what we had this month, and then at the end I will tell you about our event as well.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so everybody knows that we have now the what we call a senior planet, and that is for other people. But I mean, anyone are welcome.
Okay. It's geared towards seniors, but don't let that stop you if you're a little younger, senior at heart. Come on.
Yes. Believe me, sometimes I step in because I have a lot of questions. The more that I learn, the more that I need to get into technology, especially, in this occasion, they're going to talk about Gmail address.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard for some of us to remember passwords, even to make a new account or to close another account. He's going to give a lot of advice and some suggestions and help you.
And we live in a world where you almost have to, do your banking, you have to have some kind of internet presence to navigate life in some way, shape, or form. And if you didn't grow up in that world, it's not natural to you.
It goes in parallel with the phone. You need a phone now? No, you need a Gmail, an address.
And so this gives an opportunity for folks that didn't grow up in this world to get a chance to understand it a little better and to see why it's important to know these passwords or to store these passwords, and why. Because unfortunately, we live in a world that there's people trying to test this stuff all the time on these computers, and you got to protect yourself. And so these classes will help you kind of learn how to do that a little bit.
Indeed, and he's doing a great job with people and giving advice, and he goes beyond that. So don't hesitate to stop. That will be usually it's 2 weeks, 2 Saturdays every month, and the next one will be the 27th.
Gotcha.
But on the following week, tomorrow Saturday, we're gonna have the cooking club.
Oh, very good.
And they're doing a very special recipe using cranberries and the spice of the month.
Okay.
And for that, the spice of the month, I brought you some.
Okay.
And it's ginger. So you decided how you give this.
Well, that's
away.
a perfect.
And the reason that we're using this on this occasion on the cooking club, it's because every month we choose a spice.
Okay.
And
I think ginger is a very appropriate December, Christmas, holiday.
Indeed.
Gingerbread men. There's a lot of ginger recipes in Christmas.
Well, actually, the gingerbread, the ginger spice has many purposes. It could be for recipes, whether it's sweet, salty, or even healthy programs. And it has a history. So don't hesitate to stop in the front desk and ask for part of the information. And we have part of the history, and we even give you ingredients. the list of ingredients.
Some recipes
that you can take in the.
I saw pancakes on that one there on the top. Sounds like some gingerbread pancakes. That sounds pretty good.
Yes. And the beginning of every month, we're gonna give you some little packages of the recipe.
Sample it yourself, and that's just a great way to learn, not only learn about the spices, but learn what you like and don't like. Because I'm going to take a stab. There's going to be certain months you get a spice, you're like, I'm not a fan of that one, and then there's other months you're going to love that, you know what I mean? And so you get to learn that kind of thing.
And it's true. And actually, it's good to know. It's part of culture to learn about other places.
Absolutely.
Places. Sometimes we never used it before, and we start making experiment with other different flavors as well.
And to be honest,
as you see, I will give you
thank you. The recipe book?
A recipe for that one in particular, and this it tells you for where it comes from.
Okay, very good. And I got some ginger. Thank you.
And encouraging people to stop by to the library and ask and take it. And the good idea is like if you stop tomorrow by the cooking club, well, you're going to see how they use it, and that will be the same chance to take your
are they going to do any cooking on the cooking stuff so you can maybe get a try a bite or two as well too?
Maybe you can surprise family in this Christmas.
I'm about to say, I would say this seems like a great family project. So Saturday, you come out and do the thing, and then maybe Sunday morning breakfast, we're cooking gingerbread pancakes or something. I think that would be a great little, family deal there before church. Make some breakfast or after church.
And by Christmas, surprise the family with a new recipe.
Exactly. And then come back next month for another recipe. So
Just wait for the other one. And as we go, also, we also have our event, and this occasion is the Yuletide Festival.
Very good. Yes, this is kind of the annual tradition that happens at the library here on Christmas Day there. So
yes, the Yuletide Festival. Well, we have some caroling. We're going to have arts and crafts.
Okay.
The museum is going to be our guest, and we'll be.
They're going to help out? Yeah, because unfortunately they're still waiting to get back into their home because of the renovations and everything. So they've been kind of sharing space with the library and a few other places in town here over that time. But yeah, so. That's great. That this is kind of the blessing in disguise. We're so blessed to have the museum and their folks and their creativity come and do things at the library, and it's kind of a win-win for everybody there.
It is. And actually, for that day, the Yuletide Festival, they're going to have more things to do, more things to take home, more fun.
Yeah.
Any spot that you stop by, they will see something new. We're going to have someone singing, some caroling. We're going to have the arts and craft by the museums. And we're also going to have the cookie decoration.
Okay.
We're going to have face painting.
Oh, very good.
We're going to have Santa's letter.
Okay.
And they can trade it for a little present. We don't have until supplies last.
Okay, yeah, first come, first serve on that one.
And we have a special character walking around and giving some things around.
Some treats and what have you. Very good. And what time does that start again?
That is going to be at 10. From 10 to 1. That will be Saturday, December 20th.
Yeah, that Saturday before Christmas there. So.
And that is a good chance for parents to stop by, although that you have all these things going on, like going store shopping. Sometimes children feel overwhelmed for all these situations of going.
So this will be a great chance for them to kind of keep the Christmas spirit going, but get to do something fun and something more enjoying the holiday rather than doing the thing to get to the thing kind of thing, shopping or having to,
they can have their own time.
Yeah.
Their own space, their own time.
And you know what? Mom and Dad, now when you can go buy the kids' gift that you've been trying to kind of do it without them seeing all the time is your chance to go do that a little bit kind of thing.
Indeed. So. And don't forget, we have also holiday stories. It's going to be in English and Spanish as well as the songs in English and Spanish. So if you feel like you want to sing, come join us. You're more than welcome to join us and sing in both languages as well.
Absolutely.
And we have a gift. It's a special book.
Okay.
But I'm not going to give it details here until you stop the
Rudolph.
Day.
Very
good. This is a classic book.
Yeah.
Rudolph.
It's a beautiful book,
and
too.
We're going to give it away that day. But until you stop by, you will know how you can win that.
All right. But that's a really nice book, by the way. I like that's someone you almost could put on a kid's coffee table.
I think it's a classic one.
It's a classic story. Yes, Everyone loves Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
And it's a good chance to read that one in this Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
And don't hesitate to stop up and celebrate the Yuletide Festival.
Yeah. Again, that'll be the 20th at 10 a.m. At the Roswell Public Library that Saturday there.
And don't forget, before leaving, stop by at the lobby and pick up your free book. We're going to give your books away. They can choose any of the books that we have. They're new books.
Okay.
And provided by our library.
Every kid deserves to have their own book. Yes. That they can keep hold and be theirs to do it and read and whenever they want to.
We have for all levels, all sizes, and different kinds of books, even non-fictions as well.
Yeah.
And we also are going to have maps around the library.
Okay.
Where they can see where they can stop.
Okay. So to hit the different stations to do the different activities or things there, and whether you're painting or or making a craft, or maybe even doing a little eating.
or picking the letter.
Oh, yeah.
And getting the books.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
and
gonna be a lot
that
of fun.
is for the Yuletide Festival. As you see, we have every month something going on. Don't hesitate to stop by, but not just for the event. We also have more going on.
Yeah, there's always weekly activities going on at the library every week, between the story times and various other activities. And a given week, almost, I'd say at least 3 times a week, there's an event or something, each week, sometimes more than that. But, there's something going on all the time at the library.
Like this week, our little ones, they made a gingerbread made of sticks.
Oh,
and
nice.
Stickers. It was beautiful.
Good deal.
And now they put the picture and they hang it on the Christmas tree.
Very
good. So during this month, we try to do a different craft every month, every week, whether in the Mother Goose and the Loose, the story time, or in the bilingual class as well.
Of course, a lot of things kind of revolve around the holidays this year, or this month.
And also we start with Paws and Pages. We're going to start next week.
Oh, with the dogs. So the dogs are going to come back and
Zoe.
spend some time hanging out with the kids while they get to read and everything else.
Yes.
And they read to the dogs.
We still have some spots. They can book some time and read to Zoe.
Yeah.
So they're more than welcome to call us and make a reservation for the following week.
So
18th.
Zoe's in today, or will be for next time. So
For the next
because
week.
sometimes I think is Zoe's one of the Casa dogs, right? Or is she one of the DA dogs? I can't remember. I think she's one of the Casa dogs. But I know because we have a couple groups that have the dogs there, and so I think she's one of the.
Give it
Yeah,
I'm
not sure. I think
about
Zoe's
it,
one
but
of the
I know.
Casa dogs. I think.
But she's so sweet.
Oh, yeah,
and
they're all
she-
great
and
dogs.
You can tell, you can see how the way that she looks to the kiddos while they're reading, the empathy that she feels it, and they feel comfortable. And you see a lot of progress in most of the children while reading to a dog.
Yeah.
And parents can see through the window. They can see how comfortable the children feel.
Oh yeah,
while reading
and the dog
to
loves
Zoe.
hanging out with the kids, and then the kids get to practice reading out loud, and they're not judged, or they get to learn through it. And of course, the dogs just appreciate it, and they get to love on the dog. And anytime you get a chance to roll around the floor of the dog, yeah, take that. That's good stuff.
And it is. And also, but sometimes people or patrons ask us if there's nothing going on the weekends. We do also have weekends going on.
Yeah.
Especially like some of you in this month want to use yarn, do different craft, different activities. Stop by, ask us, and we provide different color, beautiful yarn.
Yeah.
You can trade. You can change, or you can just ask us for some.
Absolutely.
Just don't hesitate.
course, like
it will
on the-
be every Sunday from 3 to 5 p.m.
Okay. And is that also like if people want to, because like the maker space is like stuff, but once you get trained on some of the stuff, you're allowed to do anything. Can they kind of get some of that training on that kind of during that time too? Or
It's a good question for Miss Megan.
okay,
But they can make a reservation.
gotcha. They can at least make an appointment to get that done. And
The information can be over there at the circulation desk as well.
perfect. Okay.
And other thing that we have a social club, coloring club.
Okay.
They're more than welcome to stop by. We provide all materials. Sometimes we love to start coloring, detailing, and while maybe your children needs to do homework while you're there at the library, well, you can ask for those ones.
Yeah.
And start.
I know.
Just enjoy that as well.
About 8-10 years ago, adult coloring got into a real popular hobby, I guess, or activity kind of thing. And I know for years the library used to have their adult coloring nights, and you could go in there and they had the books and the color pencils and all that. And so, yeah, there's still a group that's kind of their decompress. That's their stress. That's how they kind of, when they have a big day, busy day, they kick back and just color. And they kind of, that like some people garden, some people do, they color. And so this is a chance for you to try that out maybe if you haven't done that before.
I tried it once. I thought I don't have enough time. I'm always running up and down, always busy.
Sure.
But I really enjoy it. Wow.
Well, it forces you to slow down. And that's what you need sometimes, And,
It relaxes.
Yeah.
And it helps so much. And just coloring. Maybe you have your headphone with a nice classic music. And enjoy that.
And it's your color, and you can do it as good as you want or as poorly as you want. It's your world, right?
Yes, you make the choice. And this is just part of many of the things that we have at the library, as I said. Don't hesitate to stop and ask for a calendar. We have a calendar also for the things going on January, on February, and even March.
Great. So please
We
get
have
those.
more things.
Now, if you like the paper one, you can come by and get it at the front desk, and then you can tack it up on your refrigerator or whatever when you get home. But if you're more into the high tech, you can also go to the city's website and download that calendar, so you don't have to come out. If you go to the city's website, roswell-nm.gov, and then you'll see a little tab that says library. You click that, and that'll take you to the library page, and there you can find the calendar. But if you have a library card in good standing, you can download audiobooks or music. There's a lot of different things that you can check out. Like if you're going to go on a road trip for the holidays here, you can go and download an audiobook to listen to while you're traveling or something like that. Again, you can do that through the website, and it's free as long as you have your Roswell Public Library card there.
And don't forget the museum pass.
Absolutely. The tourist pass, too, where you can, and this is like if you're going to go visit family here, there's a pass that gets up to 6 individuals into, I think, like 20 different museums or parks around the state. Everything from, I know Alamogordo, the space park there, the space museum there, Lincoln, if you're going to Lincoln to see the courthouse and all that, that can get in for free. I want to say the Nuclear Museum in Albuquerque's on that list.
I know so far there are 2 on Albuquerque, 2 on Santa Fe, 2 on around Reynosa.
Museum of the the horse, I think, is part of that. There's a whole list, and go to the library. There you can see the list of all the different locations it'll get you into.
We even provide a map.
Yeah.
And they can take a look if it's on their way to, well, maybe you have a doctor's appointment, maybe you have to go shopping out of town, and you can take the opportunity to take your children as well.
Absolutely. And like I said, you can get up to 6 people in for free. Now, it's a first come, first serve. You can only check it out for 7 days, and you cannot renew it. So you might want to come in and check it out like the day before you leave, and then, bring it back when you get back here. The good news is there's plenty. There's a lot of those passes, so they rarely run out of passes. So if you want one, there's going to be one there, but be warned that it's only good for 7 days. You can't renew it, so make it accordingly. You check it out at the right time so you can accommodate the getting it back in time. But and of course you can check it out and see exactly what different locations they are. And I don't know about you, but like even if you go to Lincoln, I think they charge about $10-15 a person to go into Lincoln there. And so you take 6 people, that's going to save you $60-$100 right there.
Maybe a family of 50. I mean, a family
That's
of
a big
5.
family.
It's
Yeah.
a big family. Maybe a family of 5.
Yeah.
It is expensive to go anywhere.
Absolutely.
It takes like you say, 60 to up to 100. Why not to stop by the museum? They learn, they enjoy, and it's free.
And it's thanks to the New Mexico Department of Tourism that this is the program they've put together. So as a New Mexican, they're trying to get you to come out and see what's in your backyard. So take advantage of it for free and see. And we have some amazing cultural to historical to there's some great opportunities, human history, cultural history, science, and natural history. There's a good eclectic mix of all of that there. So
have something to talk about.
Absolutely, and come
and how I'm glad that you mentioned the first come first serves, and we have limited supplies for everything. Therefore, going back to the spices of ginger, we have limited supplies.
Sure,
but don't hesitate. If you want to stop by today, stop by and ask us. We'll give you the little package.
Yeah,
we'll give you a little history of what is that about, the purposes. And a recipe to give you an idea how to use it.
Yeah.
But if you want to wait until tomorrow, well, make your own recipe at the cooking club.
You get to see it and smell it in action. Yeah. Because that's the thing.
There's so much.
Anytime there's a cooking thing, the advertising is your nose.
I know. I never try. I'm going to try tomorrow. This is the first time I'm going to try a recipe.
Okay.
I always use it for hot tea.
Ah, okay.
I love the hot tea.
I like ginger in sweet things, not so much in savory. Like in Asian cooking with ginger, I'm not a big fan of, but like gingerbread or I like that. I like. So I'm a little weird like that.
No, but it's good too. I mean, you can try. This is for different tastes.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what the beauty of it is. You get to learn. And here's the thing: you're going to notice your taste will evolve as you get older. Like I don't know how many foods as a kid I never liked, and now as an adult I'm like, man, I can't live. You know what I mean? We evolve. So even though you may not like it now, like I'm going to take kids who are probably ginger's going to be a love or hate type of thing for a child. Because let's face it, your taste buds are way better than ours at that. Because you're young, they're sharper, they're more sensitive, as we get older and we drink a lot of coffee and do things, we kind of dull our taste buds over time. So we taste things a little different as things go. But so for ginger, that can be a powerful spice. So you're either going to love that one or it's going to be too much for you for kids, I think. You know what I mean?
This is something that it can involve the whole family.
But yeah, you get to learn about this.
You learn about it, you research, you see history of the spice, where it's coming from.
Absolutely.
And you're exposing your children to that information, how it tastes, how it looks, where it comes, and
absolutely
more than that.
Yeah, and you get to broaden your horizons. And who knows, you may find out this is my new favorite thing, and now you're going to go on this gingerbread house tradition that every year you're making and eating your gingerbread house because you love gingerbread or ginger so much.
Now when they see a gingerbread house,
yeah,
they're going to realize, okay, there's more than just the name.
It's more than that. It's more than a little man, a cookie shaped like a little man.
It is, especially in the movies when they see it. But talking on the movies, well,
oh yeah,
the Yuletide Festival, and also we have once a month a movie as well. And that will be the 27th,
and that's always on a Friday there. Yeah.
Yes.
So this will be the Friday after Christmas.
This occasion is going to be on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
The 27th.
Okay. Oh, that's Saturday. I was thinking that was Friday for something. It's right. Thursday's the 25th. So yeah, you're right.
We used to start kind of programs, like on summer reading.
Oh,
programs.
very good.
But on this occasion, it's going to be on the Saturday, and stop by so you can read what's the title of the movie that we're going to have.
Very good.
It's related to this month.
Perfect.
And don't forget that we have your Yuletide Festival.
Yes, 20th.
And there's a special character. He looks green. He looks.
Is he grumpy?
Sometimes. And maybe he's gonna try to trade your beautiful book for something that he's gonna have in the hand and give it around the library.
Put it this way, his heart will grow on you.
They're gonna love it. You're gonna have the opportunity to take a picture with them. You're gonna have an opportunity to do a face painting.
Oh, very good.
And also to decorate your cookie, to
and they
bring
get to
something
eat
in there.
it's gonna be a lot of fun.
And you're gonna be able to sing with us. You wanna bring your Christmas bell? You wanna sing with us?
Sure.
Show us where you can sing.
Show your Yuletide spirit.
Yes. Your spirit, has to be reflected in all of us.
Absolutely.
We need it. And especially this week, what we're talking about in the programs about sharing and being kind.
Absolutely.
Our little ones that were taking care of their stuffed animals, and they were talking about being kind and rubbing their stuffed animal.
Yeah.
And then the following week, we were talking about, will you share your stuffed animal? And they were willing. You might get surprised how the kids are. They're amazing. They're amazing. They're willing to share. They feel empathy.
Well, that'll serve them well when they get older and hopefully develop a server's heart. And next thing you know, they're going to be helping people throughout their lives. So that's the idea.
That's our purpose. That's our purpose, to work on children at the early age and feel empathy for other ones.
Sure.
Love our community, sharing, caring, and being kind and polite.
And of course, learning, growing, and and seeing the value of the library and books and reading and all of that's wrapped in that shell too. Is we do all these great activities to kind of create a foundation for these kids, but at the same time we're also giving them the tools to do their own learning and their own pursuing and finding their own interests and their own niches and the things. And that's the great part about the library. One of the biggest services you can do when you think your kid's old enough is to give them a library card and then say, okay, here's the children's section. Look at any book in this entire room you want to. The world is your oyster. Enjoy as many of them as you want, and let them find what they like and what they're into and what they're not into, and doing all that kind of stuff. So it's the best way to do it.
Don't hesitate. Stop at the library. Look how it looks like. Look what we've been doing. We're working so hard for our community, and we enjoy as though they enjoy being there as well.
Absolutely.
And don't forget, Yuletide Festival, Saturday, December 20 at 10. From 10 to 1.
Very good. Real quick before you do go, I know obviously you're probably going to be closed Christmas Day, the 25th. Is there any other dates we need to worry about as far as probably New Year's Day?
Libraries will be closed the 24th and the 25th.
Okay, so Christmas Eve and
Wednesday
Christmas Day.
And Thursday.
Very good. Okay.
And in the following week, we're going to be closed Wednesday. The
New Year's week.
Thursday.
It's for New Year's Day only. Okay, so open New Year's Eve, but closed New Year's Day, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day.
Because the 31st, the following week, we're going to have our New Year's noon.
Ah,
for
very
kiddos.
good. Yes.
Don't hesitate. Remember, once you stop by Saturday 20 for the Yuletide Festival, ask us for the next event that we're going to have in the following day, the December 31st, our New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And we provide pizza, we provide drinks and for our children, and music, and we drop balloons. And
Yeah, you ring in the new year
sometimes.
at a decent hour.
Yes, it's going to be at noon from 11
It's
to
Happy Noon Year.
Yes, from 11 to 12.
Yeah.
So that is a good opportunity for parents. Take the kids that early time, and maybe in the evening, parents, they can just enjoy their own time.
Absolutely.
as well.
Absolutely. So you can, because I know, now my wife and I think we ring in the new year at 10 p.m. and then we're passing out.
Most of us.
We're like, we're gonna ring in the East Coast New Year at 10 o'clock. We'll do that, and then we're gonna pass out.
Well, and this is for this month, a busy month.
Yeah.
Stop at the library, ask for a calendar, look at or give us a like on Facebook, search and ask, and don't forget, you're more than welcome to call us as 575-622-7101.
Call if you have questions.
And stop by 301 North Pennsylvania.
Yeah, come see the new renovations, the new remodel here. It's all open and stuff, and of course, come by and we'll obviously come out here for this weekend. Definitely be there for Yuletide on the 20th here, and then and again, get your calendars. Either digitally or come pick one up. That way you can stay up to date on all the weekly activities going on through February, actually, at the Roswell Public Library. So good deal. Well, thank you very much, Diana. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and Happy Holidays to you and your family. And we look forward to new conversations next year as more things happen at the library. And
There's so much coming up.
Absolutely. If you don't have a card, get a card. It's the first thing you do, and then you go find the world out for yourself. So good deal. Well, thank you, ma'am, and we will see you next time.
See you next time.
All right. Don't work too hard.
And Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. I think a lot of people have some gingerbread cookies this weekend now. So I think we just turned a bunch of people like, ooh, we're going to make gingerbread this weekend. I know a lot of people are listening. All right. It is 9:59. Let's see. I don't think we're going to have time to do news here. So let me just wrap up the show here. I was looking. I was like, I think I'm going to be just a little too short on time here. Don't forget, Roswell Symphony Orchestra has a Christmas Classics concert this Sunday, 2:30 p.m. Also, you can get in on their fundraiser where you can win $3,000, $2,000, or $1,000 in cash for the top three prizes. $100 per ticket there. Go to RoswellSymphonyOrchestra.org, get your tickets, and then you do not need to be present to win, but they are going to announce the winner at the concert here on Sunday. But get your tickets for the Christmas Classic concert. It's going to be an amazing show, 2:30 Sunday at the Pearson Auditorium. Again, RoswellSymphonyOrchestra.org is a place to get your tickets there. We're going to get kicked off the radio now. If you missed any part of our show, you can check it out at your leisure. Log on to ksvptv.com. Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your day. You are listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk